What's going on, everybody? We are back. You see it. Let's go. Know the ledge. Saturday mornings. We are here. Pew, 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 pew. One day. I don't know what it is. I don't have anything for that. I don't have any. Wait. I gotta have something, right? There's gotta be something here, no? Uh no. I don't got that sound. That's not the mm-mm. It's just I just don't have it. I don't have the one day, guys. One day, I promise you, I'm gonna figure out a way to get it. I just don't have it. Man, it's on my bucket list, though. It's on my bucket list. Anyway, thank you guys. It's always good to see y'all out here in these chat streets. It's another Saturday. It is Know the Ledge. Let's go, Knicks. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. You see, morning cup of Joe or Joanne, whatever you want to call it. Okay. You know where we got to go to, guys. We got to see what's going on out here. Forecast has been looking kind of crazy lately. You know, we got some remnants of that storm that passed by, but it wasn't really nothing. I mean, I don't know, depending on where you live. Over here in New York City area and all that, we got like a light mist of rain. All we really did get was wind. It got kind of windy. A lot of stuff was falling down, but thankfully that's pretty much all we got. So let's see what we're dealing with today because the weather has changed, y'all. It is looking great. Today is supposed to be a high of 88 in New York City. It's currently 79 degrees, which is nice. It is pretty much sunny all day, partial clouds. And that's how it's going to be for the next 5 days, y'all. Now that's a blessing. You get some some iffy weather and then you get hit with 5 days of beauty. Look at that. Sunday 83, Monday 82, 81, Tuesday 84. I can't call it. What else would you want, man? That's beautiful. So everybody listen, get out there and enjoy it. I mean, watch the show first. Or listen to the show while you're driving, wherever you got to go. Or if you're at work, you know what I mean? But yeah, listen, who am I to be mad at you guys enjoying a beautiful Saturday? So definitely make the best of it. Outside of that, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, as we continue to chug along through this off season, things have obviously gotten a lot quieter. There's not a lot of things to be done. All we are like crossing our fingers and hoping that training camp comes sooner than later. But it is what it is. This is summer life. At least you got some basketball going on with the Olympics. I haven't really commented or talked about the Team USA drama and all that stuff. It is what it is, man. I don't know. Steve Kerr and his coaching styles and them saying that Jason Tatum isn't playing because of math. I don't know what is going on right now. Honestly, this is the wildest thing I've ever seen in like organized sports that of this magnitude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, international sports. Whereas it's the Olympics. First off, well, whatever. That's might be a sidebar, but the Olympics has just been wild. I mean, if you like went down the line and looked at everything that has happened in this Olympics, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This has been the wildest Olympics ever. I understand that it's real life and these organizations and they just don't know what to do because they're trying to accommodate everything. They're trying to make everybody happy, but to be inclusive of certain things or certain people, should I say, you have to obviously think of the bigger and broader picture, right? Um, I don't know. You just have to think about everything. Like some things aren't fair to others, right? You know what I mean? Like you can't expect someone who's a lot stronger than another person to be able to, to for both people to compete on the same level playing field. That's one. It's not about whether people should have the right to do stuff. It's about whether it's fair. Like, is it really fair? That's all that matters. Um, um, then you got uh the um the Olympic track star from USA, Lyles, who is sick right now because he caught the C word. And, you know, that stuff is supposed to be buttoned up. It's tough because they want to make it seem like everything is all great and we can just live our lives and you don't have to worry about anything. But stuff is going around, and that's the Olympic Village, and people are going to interact, and you got to be a little bit more cognizant of what's happening so to avoid people getting sick. Now, I don't know if Lyles was actually sick, um, you know, prior to the race that he lost, because it does look kind of funky, because before the race, the not pre-qualifying, but the practice run, whatever they were doing, he was looking good. He was jumping up and down, all that type of stuff. Then after he lost the race, he was hobbled and falling on the floor. And like, I don't know. Obviously, it can hit your body and take control, and you could get exhausted and at any point, but it just looks funny, especially if you know his character. He's kind of boisterous and braggadocious, and he does seem like the type that would do something like that. I'm not saying he's not sick. I'm just saying he's the type that looks like he would do that if he got embarrassed. But yeah, man, with the other stuff, uh, the Olympics is just funky, and the Steve Kerr stuff, that's like self-inflicted. I don't know what he's doing with that. And then you got like, I saw something yesterday about the medals. Like somebody was showing his bronze medal, and he had just got it, and it's starting to fade and it's tarnished. And like, what is? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. All right, that's my Olympic rant. But back to these Knicks. So yeah. Shout out to everybody. Hope you all are doing well this morning. Um, Walter Blackman is in the building. Salute, my brother. I appreciate you. I hope you are doing well. He said, "Good morning, Ron. I hope all is well with you and your family." Um, hmm, uh, same on your end, Walter. Andios NYK is in the building. Salute. He said, "Peace, love, blessings to us all." Hit that like and subscribe to the channel and enjoy the show. Thank you, Andios. Appreciate you as always. Like I said, guys, please go support Andios on Instagram, man. He is he's patiently waiting for the basketball season. He's just eating his popcorn. He's ready. And nice new logo, Andios. I see you. I see you. Shout out to Deron Wayne, a member of the SKF Army in the building. Salute, Deron. Hope you're doing well, my brother. He said, "Peace and blessings to you, Ron, and the family." Thank you. Shout out to 713 Game of Fliggity. What up, brother? Another member of the SKF Army. Appreciate you, my brother. He says, "I can't call it." I can't call it either. I don't know, man. Dwayne Dennis is in the building. Salute, Dwayne. Thank you for Saturday morning Nick chat. I think I can safely say we all appreciate spending time chopping it up, talking about our favorite team. Facts. I definitely enjoy it, man. Thank you for being here and rocking with me. Appreciate you. Kareem Grant is in the building. What up, twin? What's good? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. He says, "Salute everyone." And to my bro Ron, good afternoon to you, King. Hey man, same to you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. And I hope the day treats you well. You guys do something, with the fam, something enjoyable today. I mean, the weather's gonna be nice. I mean, I wish it was like, I don't mind 88 degrees, but I wish it was 80, 84. I mean, or around there is like. Shout out to Eddie Ray in the building. He said, "What's good, Ron?" What's up, Eddie? Hope you're doing well. Ivory 10 is in the building. What up, Ivory 10? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good. Salute Knicks fam. If it isn't the newest Nick insider doing his thing, what up, bro? Yeah. Oh man, from your lips to God's ears. One day, man. Honestly, doing this Knicks stuff and being able to talk Knicks, one of my favorite teams, because I'm also a Met fan and a Giant fan, so let's not get it twisted. But being able to talk Knicks is just a fun experience, man. I enjoy it. I can't tell you, some people like look at it and like, oh, you're doing a podcast or whatever, and yeah, all right, listen, to me, this is great. I like sometimes in life you don't know what you're good at or what is something that can keep you fulfilled. I got my family, I got my job, and having this podcast thing is like that third thing that I really needed. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it. It works for me. So I hope other people that are content creators feel the same way. But I'm having a great time. And look, if any opportunities and stuff opens down the line that I wasn't thinking of, who am I not to like think about it and pursue it if something happens? I mean, I hope we'll see. I always thought that one day, because I was a kid, people was like, "Oh, you know what? One day you gonna wind up on radio." Hmm. Who knows? But I'm a little old now, so if this dream hasn't happened yet, we'll see. But appreciate you, Ivory. L, damn it, in the building. What up, L? Pew pew. What's going on? First off, shout out to L for killing it, always supporting the show, doing everything she can to hype the brand, and appreciate you for all of your, excuse me, graphical knowledge and know-how. Helping us be a little bit more vibrant and relevant on social media. So appreciate everything you've been doing to help the brand L, and that is why she is a part of Pew Pew Media. That's right, you heard it. She says, "Good morning, SKF Army," and also she's a member of SKF Army too. So shout out to L. Pew pew. She says, "Smash that like button. Let's start off the show with a bang." There you go. There you go. Johnny Davis is in the building. Said, What's up, Ron? Chat, Still Knicks family. Salute to you, Johnny. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you." Olympics is woke now. Yeah, they are. Dwayne Dennis says, "Yeah, Olympic disrespect to two Celtic champions, one snub to Jalen Brown, and I didn't even talk about that. That's a nut, like hot, whatever. I don't. This is why, like, I can't get myself too invested in this. I used to love and enjoy watching the Olympics. I mean, I could take you back to the days where, I mean, listen, we didn't have a lot of social media and stuff, so that's what we did, right? We either watched TV, watched movies, watched the Olympics, or played video games if you were fortunate enough to have them. And some people were fortunate enough to have, a VCR in their house. I remember back in the day, I was like, "A VCR? You got one?" People could watch Betamax back in the day. I didn't have none of that. You know what I mean? So the Olympics actually did mean something in my house. I was watching all types of stuff into to figure skating, watching Katarina Witt and Sonali Bonali, Soria Bonali. I don't know. You get it. I back in the day, stuff like that. So yeah, it's changed. Just Nick's in the building. Salute. What's good? Hope you're doing well, my brother. Appreciate you. Yes, hit that like button. Hey, Darlene is in the building. You know what, Darlene? I haven't given this to you yet, but you know what? You've been here long enough. I think that you should get my special treatment for the special ladies out there who watch still Nick fans. And that is, now that Darlene's here, the show can really start. Go. All right, Darlene. Appreciate you. David Smith is in the building, a new member to the SKF Army. Appreciate you, David. Thank you for signing up, man. We could always use some new blood in the membership. Appreciate you guys. And as I've said before, guys, if you are, you know, have the means and want to do it, no pressure. You don't have to do it. Listen, once again, like I said before, just your support on the channel, just watching the shows, and if you want to be interactive in the chat, appreciate that. If you want to give super chats, all that stuff, buying a coffee, all that stuff is great. Uh, Joining the SKF Army is just another step, another level, if that's something that interests you. But I will say that if we get more membership, if we can get a good people that join the SKF Army, then I can start doing member related programming. I can give you guys something a little special. But I just, I want to to do it for at least more than 4 people or 5 people. I want to be able to do it for at least 10, 15 people, and we could do that way, because I want to make sure that people tune into the show, because some people, honestly, shout out to you guys, man. You know who you are if you ever watch my show when I'm not around or whatever. I mean, when I'm not live, should I say, because there's people that support the show that you never see in the chat. You know what I mean? I never get to interact with them, and they're part of the SKF Army. And so, I wouldn't want to do something and think, okay, well, I got this many people, we're all going to tune in. And then when you see it, it's only 3 people, because the other people don't normally get in the chat and they'll interact. So I'm just trying to get enough people to join the SKF Army so that when I do members only content or whatever it may be, that there's a good representation there. You guys feel like you're getting something, and it's still interactive and it's fun. You're not just there sitting in the room and it's just me and you. Hey, what up, man? Anyway, I appreciate you, David. Thank you for that. Shout out to King Ribby in the building. Salute, King Ribby. Appreciate you. Hey, Margaret Edwards is in the building. Let's go. What up, Margaret? Appreciate you. Wiz BKLA is here. Salute. Oh, and by the way, Margaret said hi, Ron. Hi, Margaret. Wiz says you have a face made for this guy. Oh man, Wiz. Wiz says you have a face made for radio, and definitely the dance moves too. You know what? Thank you, Wiz. So you haven't. Oh, okay. I haven't really been able to sling the jabs back at you, because you haven't really popped up on shows and stuff. You've been kind of busy, whatever you got going on, but picking up fairs and stuff like that, and working on your singing. But whatever you're doing, keep it going, brother. Shout out to my guy Victor Rivera in the building. What up, Victor? He says, salute, brother. Looking forward to see Sims. I think he's up to the challenge. Have a blessed day. Yeah, we're going to talk about Sims, because, I might be guilty of it too. But we'll talk about it. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and it's kind of been interesting, should I say. It's interesting. Oh, man, look at Wiz getting a cosigner. Man, it's rough. Shout out to Harlem CEO in the building. What up, Harlem? Says, salute, Ron. Let's take a look at the French Center. Okay. Julian Blum in the building. What up? Says, salute, Ron, the Don, and the chat. What up, Julian? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Allah Wise is in the building. What up, Allah? Appreciate you, my brother. Yes. All right. L says, press the heart. It helps show support to the show and the panel. Please do. Listen to L, man. She's steering you on the right path. Thank you, L. And you're welcome, Darlene. Always. I appreciate you. I see what you do as far as your support for not only my show but other shows. And I thank you. Shout out to Animal Lex. Whoa. Somebody called a frog. Ribbit. I don't know what the hell happened here. What is going on? L, don't you do it. L, forget I just did that. Okay, I know how you are, L. I don't want to see that later. All right. Shout out to Animal Lex. Good to see you. He says, salute everyone. Bernard Johnson is in the building. We need Sims this season, y'all. Facts. We do. Right now, especially because I don't know what they're doing other than, what we got right now. We're going to need them. Shout out to Q Burrow, Mad Thorough. What up, Q Burrow, brother? He says, salute to you, brother, from another mother. Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you. No doubt, Darlene. Appreciate you. NYC B-Ball 08 in the building. He says, my guy, what up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hey, he said, what's good, Ron, from the group home? Yeah, Allah. Yeah, man. Yo, Allah, I thought about you the other day, because when we chopped it up and you said you knew the area and where you was from and all that. Yo, Williamsburg has changed, man. It's crazy out here now, man. This has turned into, if anybody grew up in New York City and remembers as a, well, not even as a young person, but stuff that we used to do, like just going places. You used to go to the city, right? You go to Times Square, or you go downtown, like to the Village area. There was just like different areas where you'd go, right? Like the Village area, you had West Fourth. You had the different bars and lounges there. You had the Blue Note, all these different things, and then there's shopping areas there. And then obviously you could always go to the Lancey, go get yourself a little, a little leather jacket or something. Get your fake jewelry on. But whatever. Anyway, but yeah, things have changed. Williamsburg is like the new mini village, man. This area's over here. They got a Chanel store. They got a Hermes store. I'm like, yo, it's wild. It's definitely changed a lot. Man, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say. I can't even believe I'm around to see this stuff. Like they used to be just factories and stuff back in the day. Now, whatever, man. It's just a whole new world. It's crazy. Anyway, Wiz says, I missed most of last week's show, so now I think I prefer to the replay gang because I was able to fast forward past your dance. He says at high speed you still have no rhythm. Get out of here, Wiz. You don't know. You wish you could get down like this. Hey, they not like us. They not like you. Ain't ready. You just ain't ready. That's all it. Look, I'm not going to judge you because you can't do it. It's fine. Not everybody can. Just be there to support, man. Stop the hate. Congratulate. What you doing? Yeah, man. Those days were great. All right. Let's get it going. The Black Cat. Look at Allah. Yeah, Allah knows. Mm-hmm. Allah knows. Mm. I was back in the day too. Well, where other people used to go? Well, I don't want to get into that because we'll be going on forever. Like the Sugar Hill Club, which people still go there, but it ain't the same. I don't know. It's a restaurant slash. But it is different. But you get the point. You get the point. Anyway, all right. So let me do this. Let me just put the invite out there just in case if there's anybody around. I hope I haven't seen Double A in a minute. Double A was the reason that me and Troy Mahibar got to do the Knicks recap show this past Wednesday, and he wasn't even in the chat. And I don't see him today. I hope everything's good with him. I got his digits. I'll text him, find out, make sure he's all right. Let me put this out there in the ether. Or ethos. You get it. You gotta know the ledge, Allah. Nick Yak in the building. What up, Nick? He says, does anyone know what the Scap situation is? He was clearly the best player in Summer League and a center. Well, I'm gonna say that's more of opinion. He played really well in the Summer League, but I kind of think Huck Porty played pretty well too. I kind of think they were neck and neck. Like there were certain things that Scap did really well, and you give him credit for that. But then there were certain things that Huck Porty did really well too, and Huck Porty was getting double doubles, so he was contributing. It's like they were both. Scap was a little bit more perimeter based, and he was scoring inside, but he had a little bit more perimeter to his game, and it looked good. And then Huck Porty did more of the down low stuff. So, but they both played really well. And yeah, I don't know, man. I said this before, guys. I don't have an issue with Scap. I think that the Knicks just are concerned about one thing, and that one thing is super important for a big man. Do you know what that is, Nick Yak? I'm not gonna let you say it. I'll say it before you. Defense. That's right. That's the concern when it comes to Scap. Defense. He is a solid offensive player, and he looks like he can. If you give him the reps and give him the opportunity, he can actually be something pretty decent in the league. Defense is the issue with Scap, and I think that's what the Knicks are trying to. That's the thing. Like if he was a more solid defender, Scap would be the backup center for this Knick team. There's no doubt in my mind because he has enough offensive ability to give us a change of pace that we haven't really got too much of from that position. But his defense is the issue. That's all it is. I mean, that's a lot, but I'm saying that's what it is. That's Scap has been with the organization long enough that you would think he would have got. We've seen him do special things in the G League. He had a cup of coffee with the big club a while ago, but he didn't really get a chance to do much. But like they've kept him around and they keep bringing him back because they know he's got talent. It's the defense that's the issue. But yeah, whatever. We'll see. I look. I don't mind the guy at all. I would love if he can get it because he does have ability. It's just that defensive side is what I think they're most worried about because it doesn't matter because like Scap is not. So this is the thing when it comes to I don't know. I'm no NBA executive. I'm just saying I would think if an organization is looking to add pieces to help their team, when they look at fringe players, right? Fringe players that you know are not the go-to guys that are not unstoppable, that don't need to be double teamed. It comes down to you're good on this side of the ball, like you can do some things, but if you're not dominant, then we can't make up for the fact of what you're going to give up on the other end. That's what I think it comes down to. If I'm wrong, you can say I'm wrong, but I think if you look at it, that's why a lot of people in this league are here today that don't play defense because they're dominant offensively. They can. I don't want to go into a whole bunch of names, but you get it. Just look around the league. There's a lot of guys that are great offensively that don't play defense. People don't talk about them because they're so special offensively. Luca is one of them. Luca's gotten a little better with his help defense, but he's not a good defender. He gets cooked. You know what I mean? Um, uh, Kyrie Irving cooked on defense, cooked, but it don't matter because he goes right back down in the court and he starts cooking everybody. So you don't care. You don't think about it. But when you got a guy like a center, a 7-foot person who doesn't have the ball in their hands all the times, gets limited opportunities, and when they do get the ball, it's not a guarantee they're going to score and make a good play, but they have ability to do something like that, but it's no guarantee. It just it's no one to one. It's like you can't make up for if on the other end of the court, you can't block shots because you're not a great shot blocker and you're giving up layups and it's you. I'm not saying he's terrible defensively. I'm just saying I don't think he's at the level that the Knicks want for a big man. Unless you're totally gifted offensively, I think that's how they look at things. I'm just speaking purely of how the centers that they've brought in the past look and what we've been getting out of these centers. That's what it looks like to me. So I don't know. Shout out to Paris Duggan in the building. What up, Paris? Good to see you. He said Caitlin, Angel Reese, and men's and women's Olympic basketball games made this a fun summer. Yeah, I mean, because without that, this summer would be super dry, right? Because you guys wouldn't have any basketball to look at. Nothing. I mean, you know, of course, the WNBA. If people give it a chance, it is entertaining basketball. You just have to kind of get used to watching it. It's different because nobody's above the rim, and it's played a little differently. But there's some really talented shooters in that WNBA, man. So it's pretty fun. Um, Shout out to Kev. What's good, Kev? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. He's the co-host of Nixon Ish. Salute. I can never catch your show live when you guys go on. I thought I caught it the other day. I went to Facebook and I saw a clip for it. And when I clicked on it, it was from 2 days. So I had missed it live again. I can never catch it live. But don't worry, one of these days I will. I'd love to see you guys chopping it up live and support. But keep doing your thing, man. Good to see you. And you guys, please support their show, Nixon Ish. They got a nice group of people up there. I don't know everybody as far as interaction, but I do know a couple people. I mean, Kev has been here and rocked with us for a little bit, and Miss Nix, I do know Miss Nix. Yeah, she's actually really close friends with my cousin. So yeah, pretty cool. Um, No one. Okay, Ivory 10 said no one was ready as Rokas, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. All right. Huck Porty is a Randall clone body wise. Yeah, that might be true, Parrish. Um, Five Adams says James Harden. I don't know what that's about. Uh, Ala Wise said I like Scat, but he's like 210 pounds. Mm-hmm. 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 Kev says, how do you feel about the rumors of Robert Williams to the Knicks? Mm, I don't like it. I'll be honest. I don't like it, bro. Talent wise, I'm getting old now. I call people kids. Talent wise, the young man is really he's got a lot of talent. His game is just a solid game. His defensive ability is fantastic. His timing is fantastic. From just a talent standpoint, there's nothing wrong with it. It would be great. Nice addition. I mean, it doesn't give us that much different than what we got now, but it gives us what we would want, right? Uh Problem is he's another I mean, he might be worse than Mitch. I don't know. I mean, just can't stay healthy. Listen, if there's one thing that I think the Knicks are starting to get is that they got to get healthy players. You know what I mean? They cannot keep getting these guys that are injury prone. There's certain teams that can take chances on guys. Like if your team is already a certain way, like not them now because they've already kind of addressed it, but like the Dallas Mavericks. You know, the Dallas Mavericks could score with anybody. They got scoring guys over there, right? But they needed a little bit more help. They drafted Lively, which was a great move, and then they wound up, going out in the streets, in them NBA streets. They went to Charlotte and got some help. That's the type of thing that I'm saying. Like they needed that help, and they could take a chance on somebody. I mean, I'm not saying PJ was a chance. Like, he going to get PJ was not that. But I'm just saying if they wanted to go get Robert Williams, yeah, I could see them trying to do it because they're already a really good offensive team. And if he comes in and is healthy, he's going to affect what they got going on. Problem is, and if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. They can take a chance. The Knicks at this point can't take a chance because you already got Mitchell Robinson. Now, say Mitchell Robinson wasn't here, right? And we traded him, just for example, and we only had Hartenstein and we needed another backup. You could take a chance with Robert Williams because you could say, well, we had Mitch, and we were able to kind of do certain things. We get Robert Williams, it'll be similar to Mitch, but and health wise, it'll be similar as well. But maybe we can make it work. But you can't do Robert Williams and Mitch. Nah, man. Nah, you can't do that. That's like a nightmare. I can't see it, bro. That health issue is serious. I mean, these guys, we could be with no center. Julius Randle be playing the five all year and stressed out. And like, I want to get out of here. I'm not re-signing. It would be crazy. Yeah, I can't see that. But I hear you. The rumors are going around, but I don't see rumors are just rumors, right? Somebody's got to say something. And for this Robert Williams rumor to be happening, to me, it feels like it's coming from over there where he's at. You know what I mean? They're trying to get him up out of there. My opinion, but whatever. Nick Yak says he was blocking shots in summer league, and I see nothing wrong with his defense. Are you talking about summer? I'm just talking about, yeah, I'm talking about him as a professional because I've seen what he can do in the summer league and in the G League. I'm talking about what he would do in the NBA because if that was the case, he would already got a shot. He would we've been you guys saw last year, were we not all year, 50, I'm sorry, all year, but 50 games without Mitch? Scap was in the G League, wasn't he, for us? I thought he was still with us in the G League. If not, I'm sadly mistaken, but I thought we still had Scap in the G League. And then when the G League finished, I don't think Scap was on any other teams. He was just sitting out there. Knicks had no backup center for 50 games. Why didn't they go get Scap then? And it's not like, oh, well, it's the playoff basketball and you wouldn't want to bring in Scap at that point. No, we were without Mitch for 50 games. They could have brought Scap in a long time ago. They see him all the time. Why didn't they bring him in at that point when we had no backup center? That's what the question you want to ask yourself. These are talent evaluators. These are coaches. These are scout people that they have in the organization. They know what they got in Scap. Why wasn't he a part of the team then? There was a point, I think they had him on. I don't know if I'm mistaken, if it was earlier in the year or later in the, I don't know. There might have been a point where he was even on the bench at one point, just filling the roster on the bench, but never used him. So I don't remember, but I kind of feel like I did see him, but it could have been early. So I don't know what to say about that, bro. Okay. All right. So Kev says we're on Mondays at 9, bro. Appreciate you always. And if you ever feel like pulling up and chopping it up with us, you're more than welcome, bro. We Knicks family. Hey man, I appreciate that. Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. I mean, it's a little tough right now because we're on Mondays at 9 as well. So that makes sense why I don't see you guys live. You're on when we're on. But I don't know if you guys seen there's a poll put up on YouTube asking the question, what do you guys think? Should SKF Weekly stay at Mondays at 9, or should we switch to Wednesdays at 9? We're just trying to get a feel for what you guys think would work. If you guys have any preference, I mean, we're already kind of thinking about the decision ourselves. What makes sense for us, because there's a lot of stuff going on, people's personal lives, work related stuff, and we're trying to make sure that we're able to do the show together. But we'll see. We'll see. If Mondays works best, then we would stick with Mondays. But if not, then we might consider switching to Wednesdays. We're just trying to see what the community thinks, right? So we'll see. We'll see where we go with that. And then I'm also excited because hopefully we are going into the second week of August, and in a couple more weeks, Jose should be coming back. So that'll be pretty dope. And we'll be the three amigos again. All right. Five Adam says defense. Yep, that's the issue. That's what I think the issue is. But I mean, I could be wrong. Listen. I make when I say something. One thing I want you guys to understand, and I want to reiterate that when you tune into my show, I'm here to talk about the Knicks with you guys because we are all the same. We're all Knick fans. I don't try to act like I'm no more than anybody else. When you come up here, and this is my opinion, I think I have pretty good opinions. I think I've watched enough basketball to kind of know. I've played basketball. I've played some organized basketball, not as much as I should have, but I played enough. I've seen enough to know what looks good and what doesn't look good. And I'm just giving you my opinion. And I just think that that's the case. I think that's what they see. But I am no expert. maybe one day, if I get the role, then I have to start doing research. Like if it becomes my real job, and then I'm like really looking at numbers and okay, no, with the double down, no, nope, yeah, that's different. Hey, darling, Brian says I love Nixon ish. Nice. Yep, it's a health issue with them. That's all that matters to me. What up, Robert Woodard? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you. Wow. Now that is true. Nick Yak just said something that is very true. If he said, bro, if we can afford a healthy Robert Williams with Mitch and Huck Porty, we will have our best three centers since Ewing and whoever. If they were all healthy, yeah, because I think Huck Porty there's something there, guys. I think we haven't seen enough of it. We don't believe it yet. I think Huck Porty is good. I think he is. And I think he's physical enough that just fits the New York mentality and what we like to do out there, what Tibbs likes to do. If we had those three guys and they're all healthy for a whole season, oh my God, we will go crazy in this league. Crazy. That's a fact. Crazy. Paris Douglas says, with our wings, I love Sims becoming a big factor in our lineup this year. Yeah. I think that could be the case. Kevin Middleton says Mitch will get the Vanguard Award when it comes to Robert Williams. When was the last time that dude played 10 games in a season? Yeah. Let's look him up. Since he's brought up, you know what? Let's take a look at Robert Williams and see what we're dealing with here with this guy, this young fella. All right, Robert Williams. The third. All right, let's see. Okay, let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you guys. Okay, you can see this is Robert Williams still wearing his Boston green. Yuck, but it's all right. Nope. Anyway. All right. So, okay, he wow, 6 games with Portland, huh? That's exciting. All right. I mean, and what's his height? 6'9", 249. Okay. Mhm. I mean, I will tell you, man, the dude's got the ability. I mean, look at this season with Boston, 21-22. 9.6, almost 10 rebounds a game, 2 assists, 2.2 blocks per game, 10 points per game. Yeah, I mean, he's got the ability. And then the next year, 8 points, 8.3 rebounds, 1.4, 1.4 assists, 74% from the field because he's always around the basket. But I do like the fact that look at his free throw shooting, guys. 61%, 72, 77, career 66. That's decent enough for a big man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, he's got the talent. It's just it's the health. There's a reason why Portland, you know, is not all bought into him. It's the health. It definitely is the health. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That's a tough one. I don't know about that. Uh, might have to say that's a no go. That's a no good. I can't rock with this one. Healthy, yes, but I don't know. All right, well, I guess that's enough of Robert Williams. Um, let's see. Uh, oh my God, damn, Kevin. Jeez. Allah says KP is injury prone too. Sometimes it works out, but even he injured again. Injury part of the game. Yeah, but if we already got an injury concern, we don't want to add another one, do we? I just think that we need to take it easy with that idea. Stay away from him. And shout out to everybody tuned in. Appreciate you. People on Facebook have shown love. Thank you guys. Shout out to the people tuned in on X. Appreciate you. And also the YouTube folks. Thank you for being here and rocking. As always, please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. We appreciate it. And you know, maybe some of y'all aren't familiar with what it looks like. Because I am here to show you it looks a little something like this. Thank you. Um, and also, guys, once again, if y'all don't know, we are still on the road to 3K subscribers Please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the show if you enjoy the content. Please tell anybody who you think might be interested in checking out this Knick content and supporting the show. I can't tell you how much it means. Appreciate it. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we are currently at 2,861 subscribers, guys. Y'all have been doing the damn thing. Thank you, guys. Okay. Appreciate you guys, man. We are on the road to 3K, hopefully by the end of the summer, and then the road to 5K by the end of the year. But thank you guys for showing love and subscribing. Appreciate y'all. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled stuff. Um was Kevin Middleton said, I'd rather have Marcus Camby age 50 than Robert Williams, aka Ghost non existent on the NBA floor, right? Then Nick Yak says Hartenstein is terrible covering big centers. Mentioned Williams all day over Hartenstein and Williams. Defensively, yeah, I could see that. He also said, oh, he's talking to Parrish. Building Blocks. What up? Building Blocks, good to see you. He said, what up with the French center we own the rights to? His name is Lessert. I almost forgot all about him, and I forgot when we got his rights. He's very quiet. I don't know what they're doing with that. I don't know. Knicks do some stuff that. Listen, man, you can't. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's a lot of speculation, and nothing tangible has come out of the conversation with Lessert. So I could not tell you. One thing I can tell you, money wise, I don't think they want to bring him over right now. They'd rather stash him because remember they are still trying to stay within that first apron for now. So I think it's just the money. If the Knicks had money, right? Obviously, this would be a different story. If the Knicks had money, they'd probably go just get them a backup center when they were available. But if they had more money to play around with, I think guys like Lessert may be here because you can afford their right. I mean, afford to bring them over, have them a part of the team without being, falling victim of the aprons. But that's the issue. The Knicks are just, at the mercy of trying to stay under the second apron. And I think for that, they've just had to do draft and stash stuff with certain entities until they can figure the rest of the team out. That's what I think it is. Robert Williams has a total of 213 games in 6 seasons in 500 plus games includes playoffs. So it's 500 games with 500 games over that standpoint that would have happened, and he's played 213 of those, is what you're saying, I believe. Mhm. Kev says, and that's why I love watching this show. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, Kev says that with the new Pistons assistant coach we picked up, he could develop Huck Porty. Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why he's here to help develop Huck Porty. And I also kind of think the Knicks want him to help develop any big centers that they may have, like Sims, for example. Right? Let's get into Jericho Sims for a minute, shall we? This is I think it's time. Um, Yeah, Jalen Duren has definitely become a hell of a player. Agreed. Yeah, Mark Bryan has done some work, man. I think he knows what it takes to be a center in the league. Uh, no doubt, Kev. Appreciate you. Look at a guy, Dan. Hey, what up, Dan? What's going on, brother? He said, "What's good, Ron? This is Dan Marrero. What about Matthias Lessort? Yeah, everybody's bringing him up. We have this draft rights and has been playing pretty good for France. Yeah, like I think he's a drafted stash right now. I think that's what's going on. Um, Right. Ron, don't want Williams. Just speaking in general, sometimes you can get lucky when it comes to a player's health. You're right, Allah. I just think the Knicks have shown that they haven't had the greatest of luck when it comes to players that have injuries or have been unhealthy, right? We haven't had a track record to show that we get a lot of players to stay healthy. Now, maybe with this new health staff that we got and a new person heading it up, maybe that changes things. We'll see. D Coolest is in the building. What up, D Coolest? Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Randu is in the building. What up? Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Mets, Knick fans, let's go is in the building. He says, "You're a great guy with a cool channel, my brother. Keep up the good work, my friend." Ah, man, thanks. I got to tell you, man, you guys have been saying a lot of nice things about me and about the show this past couple days to like even this last week. I've just been seeing so many great positive comments, and I've been feeling good, man. It makes you feel like, hey, man, I'm doing something that people can rock with. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here and always supporting the show, and I appreciate the love and support, 100%. Um. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's take a look at Sims, right? And let's talk about Sims. Let me get his little here. Jericho Sims. Okay. Let's blow this up, make it a little better. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So here's Jericho. You see him. All right, so he's been with the Knicks 3 seasons, right? And you guys know Jericho has just not gotten a lot of minutes, not gotten a lot of opportunities to shine. But I want to talk about this for a second, guys, right? So, first year he played 41 games. He even started 5 games in his rookie season, which that was something. That's probably towards the end of the season, right? But still 13 minutes per, right? He shot 72.2% from the field, which we know he's a dunker. He got a lot of easy opportunities whenever I mean, not a lot of easy opportunities. His opportunities were easy because you can see, look at the field goals, like it's 1 to 1.3. That's like one shot per game, maybe two. Like that's not saying a lot, right? He doesn't shoot the three. He shot 41% from the free throw line. Yeah, that was not good. But the thing about excuse me, 1 second. One of them days, I'm super choked up with this. Like, I don't know, man. Let you guys know my gripe with life when it comes to iced coffee. I can't stop, but it is definitely not good for me. I should be drinking a nice little hot tea right now, and I'd be sounding great. But this is not doing it. As I take another sip. So 41% from the free throw line, 4 rebounds per game, 4 rebounds in 13 minutes. That's not bad. That's not too bad considering he's of the backup variety, right? Um, less than half of an assist, less than half a block. That half a block thing is always something that bothers me. You guys hear me talking about big men when it comes to blocking shots, and especially Jericho Sims. I've always get bothered by that because the guy can touch the top of the backboard. Yeah, he can't block shots. Like he just doesn't have the timing. Can timing, some people have it, some people don't. Can you work on it? Yes, to get it to be a little better. Yes. But yeah, he just doesn't have that innate talent to block shots. I don't know what it is. Steals, I mean, that's not really his forte. And then we talked about the shots, 2.2 points because he's only getting 1 to 2 shots at that time. So that was year one. Year two, 52 games played. He started 16 games. Averaged 15.6 minutes, shot 77% from the field, 75% from the free throw line. Not a lot of attempts, but he was much better at knocking them down. That's a good sign. 4.7 rebounds. Same thing, the 0.5. I mean, you could just tell like this is him. 0.5, 0.5, 0.3. Like he don't he just don't do a lot of that. And then 3.4 points. He got a couple more opportunities because he played a little bit more. And then the 2023-24 season, 45 games played, 11 games started, 69% from the field. Once again, still high field goal totals because he's close to the rim. 66% from the free throw line. We can kind of deal with that. That's not horrible for a big. And then 3.3 rebounds. His rebounding went down. 0.6 assists, 0.4 blocks. His That went down a little bit, but it wasn't high to begin with. Then 0.2 steals, right? And then 2 points per game. Now, we look at all this and we always look at Jericho Sims and we say, man, the guy looks like he has some talent, but he just can't make the best of it. What is up with Jericho Sims? We used to ask ourselves this question all the time with him. We used to see Tibbs not playing him, or when he was out there, sometimes Tibbs would be barking. You know how Tibbs barks when you don't do something that he likes, right? But then you know how a mindset happens and you start to think like this is who a player is. Like Tibbs is just going to play him when he plays him, and he's going to bark at him because he's not doing something. But maybe we are being a little too harsh with that, guys, because as I've been looking at some film and some game tape and stuff, and also looking at what other people, and these are not Nick content creators, these are people that are talking about Jericho Sims for whatever reason. It's been brought to my attention that maybe we've been a little harsh on Jericho Sims. Maybe he has been improving underneath our eye. I'm what is that? Under our nose, and we haven't really gave it a fair chance, a fair shake. Um, because I've watched. I was watching some game film, and once again, I know, guys. I know you like. Well, Ron, put it up so we can see it. YouTube, man. I want to put it up, bro. I don't know what it is. They don't let these videos rock. And for the people that do put up these highlight videos, either they don't they may not be monetized yet, so it's not affecting them, or they don't care because that's not what they're doing it for. Maybe they don't care to be monetized. I don't know what it is, but YouTube does not let this stuff rock. I don't know. But what I can do is I can go back to finding some of that them practice stuff that's happening. I could put some of that up from Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So let me see if I can find that for you guys. But my point is, maybe we've been a little harsh with the kid. Did it again with the young man. Maybe we've been a little harsh with him because then we found out that I mean, the Knicks don't tell us any of this stuff until like way after the fact that he's been dealing with a shoulder injury and he had to have, rehab and all types of stuff to repair it. And this has been this past year. And then he was dealing with another injury the year before. We didn't know. They don't say anything. We just don't see him play because he wasn't an integral part of the rotation anyway. So if he's not playing, we just like, okay, well, Tibbs don't have a use for him at the moment. We didn't know he was hurt. We sometimes we didn't see him with the team, but NBA teams do that a lot. They make room. They'll bring somebody from the G League up and have them sit on the bench, and then send somebody else away. Like, oh yeah, they're injured. They got a minor thing and they're out, but they're really not. You know what I mean? But they do that all the time. So nobody thinks that we didn't know how bad Jericho was injured, battling stuff. They don't say anything until later, like way later. So yeah, maybe we just haven't been giving him a fair shot. Maybe there's been some stuff going on with him, and that's been affecting him because what I'm hearing and what's been said is that this is the first off season since his first season where he's been able to actually work on his game. Before he couldn't really work on his game because he was rehabbing due to injuries in the off season. Like the whole off season took a lot of rehab. Um, I don't know, guys. That's saying something to me. That's kind of interesting. You know, one thing I know about Jericho Sims is that when I saw him in high school, the guy shot pretty well, and he shot lefty, right? And then apparently he changed from shooting lefty to shooting righty. Uh, I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting. I think that's something we got to look at. Like maybe he just hasn't had a chance to develop and get better because he's been dealing with these injuries, and so therefore the off season was he's had two wasted off seasons because the guy's got he's a specimen. You guys see him; he's a monster. Let's look at this now. I've shown this before, but for the sake of being able to show something, let's take a look at this. Stop sharing that, and let's share this. So you guys can see right here, he's clearly working on a turnaround. It doesn't look too bad. You can see that he's putting in the time, putting the effort. Look at Mike Bibby right there. Look at that. He shot that lefty, fading to the corner. That's interesting. Look at this again, lefty. Like, why would he be doing that? Which kind of shows you. I mean, do you guys see how his touch is? Look at the right. No, he's going lefty again. No, that's right. This time he's right. Why is he doing it with both hands? What is he trying to show you guys? You know what I mean? He's got ambidextrous over here. I don't know why he switched from being a lefty, but it looks like he's pretty good with the left. It doesn't look bad with the right hand either, but I really like how it looks going fading away like this with the left. Look at that. Interesting. I don't know what to say about this young Padawan Jericho Sims. I like that. I like that move right there. If he can put that in his arsenal, we'll take it. It's a healthy, nice shot. It's not too far away from the basket. Um, I think the Knicks could use that, and that would definitely help open up his game a little bit, make him a little bit of a threat, just a little bit of a threat. Because the issue is he doesn't have. He's like a one trick pony, right? He can only catch lobs. And we've seen, I saw Jericho put the ball on the ground, cross somebody over, and get to the rim and dunk. Right? We've seen that. We just rarely see it. I'm not saying his dribble is that great. His handle is fantastic. But if he could just add a little of that to the game, all he needs is a little bit, just a little bit of a little baby jumper. Because that baby jumper brings the defense out a little bit. And in some cases, he can set up to like he's going to be there and then fake and then get another opportunity closer to the rim. So, and what if right here is this one? No. What if when he goes into this other move, how he puts the ball on the ground right there, boom, dribbles, and then instead of going right up, what if he hesitates and goes right into a layup move instead? Like depending on how the defense is playing him, like he can do an up and under. Whatever. You get my point. I just think that Jericho's working on some stuff that definitely should help him. And something we got to watch. Something we got to watch. And if that's really the key ingredient to why he hasn't been looking better out there because he hasn't had a chance to work on his game, that's saying something. I mean, we might have somebody who's a lot more adequate than we thought, guys, because he's been dealing with injuries. Um, so I think we just have to give him a fair shot. Let me take a look at. Let's put up another. Once again, I've showed this before, but like I said, for the sake of YouTube not freaking, copywriting it or whatever, they let these videos rock. Let's let's show one more, which we've seen before. This is definitely something that can help his game. I wouldn't expect him to do a lot of this, guys. We've already talked about it, but if he can, great. That would be great. Look at that, Jericho, right outside that NBA three that all the bigs are trying to get. He's right on the line though. They got him like right up to the line. He don't they not messing with that range. I mean, some of these his footing is too close to the line, so a lot of these just be counted as long twos. I don't love it. I mean, look at how close he is, either right at the line or it looks like he's on top of the line. So I don't know, about this, but maybe it's just transitioning, right? They're just giving him a bunch of reps at the line, and then eventually they're going to have him take a couple steps back and just keep shooting it like that, so that he gets the rhythm and gets the range. And I think this is really interesting because I actually forgot that Mike Bibby was still with the organization in some capacity, like helping us out. This is pretty dope, though. Some people forget that Mike Bibby was a Knick. Um, but yeah, man, look at that. It's not perfect, obviously, but you can tell like that's a decent form. Now, of course, when the defense is flying in your face, can you still keep it going? That's the one. And I don't know, some of these shots is a little light. That one had better arc on it. That one has really good arc, but he missed, right? That one has good arc. That's okay. But some of them a little low. So, when a defender's coming at you, like that one, I don't know about that one. That's better. That's better. Hmm. So it's interesting to watch, guys. Like I said, maybe maybe there's something to this whole thing about Jericho that we are overlooking. Wonder what you guys think in the chat. Let me see. Shout out to East Blue Drew in the building. Salute. What's good, my brother? I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Um uh Okay, so East Blue Juice says, I hope Sims has a glow up like Deuce did. It's his fourth year, too, right? Yep. His perimeter defense is always his best asset to me. Yeah, I was watching videos of his interior defense on certain plays. He looks like he's gotten better as his anticipation is better. His perimeter defense looked really good. So he kind of reminded me a little bit of Mitch when we first got Mitch, but not as aggressive. Like Mitch was kind of like a demon when we first got him. He was jumping everywhere. But yeah, but it looks good because the one thing we noticed about Jericho, as opposed to our other centers at the time when we, Noel and Mitch, Jericho's got good feet. I'm not saying Mitch has bad feet. I'm just saying you could see automatically right out the bat, Jericho's got good feet. His movement is good. Like, and that's why also another reason why he sets good screens. He sets like he's strong. He's got a good upper body to set him, but he also has his feet in the right position. He moves okay. Yeah, his hops are definitely underutilized. East Blue Drew, that's a fact. Mets Knicks fans, let's go says we should give Sims his run. Let's see, maybe he can prove he belongs. I've said it before. After this last year, I thought Sims was gone. Now I didn't know. Now fairness to be, I said this not knowing that he was dealing with injuries. I didn't know that. But I'm of the belief that this is Sims' make or break year. This one really is it because the Knicks are championship, like trying to be championship ready. If Sims doesn't look like he can be a contributor to this team, I think they may move off of him because right now he has a good contract. He's making a little bit of money and it's great. He's not in a position to ask for a lot more, and so it's a benefit to the team if he can give them anything. But if it doesn't look good and we can't use him, even if it's not a lot of money that we're paying for him, you could still bring somebody in making, a little bit of money to fill his role that might give you a little bit more. It's not you can't always find it, but you can. There's guys out there. And then plus the Knicks are becoming a better team. So now you're getting to the point where the NBA veterans to know how to play basketball, but don't have a lot in the tank. We're like, yeah, I'll go join the Knicks. Why not? It's Madison Square Garden. They got a chance to win. I'll take the 2 million per. I'll do it. Why not? I'm about to be out the league anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just say, because I know before we had this conversation in the past, and some people were like, well, but Sims is making cheap money. Knicks, to avoid having to pay a lot of money and not having a lot of answers, you get Sims. He knows the style of play and all this stuff. It's like, it's an easy. It's like, just do it. Nah, sometimes that works. But when the Knicks are getting to a certain point where now your levels have increased as far as what you are as a team, and now other people are looking at you, now you can get into that bag. You know, that bag that we always talk about when I'm like, damn it, how the Lakers get this guy, how the Lakers got that guy. You know, the Knicks might get into that bag a little bit where guys want to just come to the Knicks. Yeah, I'll take 2 million. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. So just saying, when that's something that Sims and his agent need to think about. So this might be the year that we see Sims take a step forward, I think. All right. East Blue Juice says he should have been in the gym with the Rashid type. Well, I think that's the point. I think that what has already been said in the chat is what matters. Bibby working with him is allowing his game to expand and working on some stuff that he's not good at. And so I think there's a need for that. But remember, as soon as he comes back to the main club, he gets Mark Bryant, who is a really good big man coach. Apparently, he's one of the best in the NBA. So he's going to be good. He's going to be well rounded. He's going to get his time either way, and he's not always going to play. So on time, so like the thing is with the Knicks, because of the way the schedule has been going in the past few years, a lot of teams in the NBA don't get real practices because the games are back to back to back. We've got back to back games, and then just the way the traveling is, how they set it. There's not a lot of time for teams to fully practice. With a guy like Jericho, who's not going to play every game and may know and they may be able to tell him out the gate that certain games that he just won't play. Mark Bryan can work with him. They can go, tough in practice. Like you're not going to need him tomorrow. So yeah, let's work on this. So he's going to benefit either way, I think. But that's a good point that you're saying. Nick Yak says Sims is just too small to not have a shot playing center. Move him to power forward for when we need size with Randall on the bench, not small as a center. But remember, Jericho Sims is 6'10". Okay. I don't know if you guys know that. He's 6'10". That's what they got him listed at as ESPN. I thought it was 6'9", and it doesn't matter. Even if he is 6'9", you guys saw, I just showed you the stats. Robert Williams is 6'9" as well. And Robert Williams, when he's out there healthy, he looks like a center. He can block shots. He can rebound the ball. He can score a little bit around the rim. He shot pretty good from the free throw line. So it's not necessarily about the height if you play the position well, right? I just think that Jericho just needs to take a step forward. He needs to learn how to play the center position even better. He's an in-betweener. He's not good enough to really be a power forward. He doesn't have enough of a dynamic game to be power forward. He doesn't stretch the floor, and which is probably another reason why they're working with him, giving him some ability to enhancing whatever ability he has. Because like I said before, when he was shooting lefty in high school, he looked like he was knocking down shots. I don't know why they switched him, but they did. And that's true too. East Blue Juice says Sim's biggest problem is mental. He always looks like a lost puppy out there. I mean, we've heard he's an introvert. He does keep to himself like that. He doesn't he doesn't talk a lot, right? He doesn't share a lot of his opinions and how he feels about things. And, maybe that affects him a little bit, but there's introverts that have played throughout the NBA that have been really good players. Derrick Rose is one of them. So I think he can do it. Uh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, East Blue Drew. I didn't know either. We didn't know because the Knicks they keep that stuff close to the vest. They don't be telling everybody everything. Which is, I guess, is good in the end because then we could appreciate when they make moves and do stuff that we're like, oh, I mean, even know where did this come from? I mean, so um yeah, he's like Tarzan. Yeah. um Why does Sims wait for the summer to address injuries? It's not like he was getting burned during the season anyway. I don't know. That's a Nick thing, bro. And then maybe he was already rehabbing. Maybe we saw him on the bench. He was already doing stuff. I don't know. And the Knicks had already shut him down, but we just didn't know. Who knows? Um yeah, I mean, right now, East Blue Jew, the only person he's been in the gym with that we see lately is Mike Bibby. But he's gonna get some time with Mark Bryant. That's why Mark Bryant is here. And who knows what else they're gonna do. But that's enough To be honest, Mark Bryan is one of the better big man coaches in the league, and then Mike Bibby was a great shooter, and he's helping him with his footwork and his positioning and his release and follow through. I think that's all you really need, right? What more do you want? You don't need Akeem Olajuwon or these other. You got Mark Bryant. Mark Bryant's going to teach him good footwork. If Mark Bryant has been one of those guys that every stop he's going, he's helped the big man become a better big man. That's all you need. So, well, that goes back to I hear you, NYC ball, but I guess it's because he is a beast, right? Obviously you can see look at his arms. He works out a lot, right? We don't know if him working out made him get injured. Like, not I'm not saying he got injured working out, but lifting the heavy weights and doing what he does, sometimes you kind of weaken some of your muscles, or maybe you got yourself a little slight tear because of how you were lifting. Then you go out there, you're jumping up for a rebound, you're raising your arms, and you just something's not right, or you get hit. You know what I mean? You banging with another guy down low, and boom, they hit the shoulder to shoulder, and something don't feel right. Whatever. He obviously hurt his shoulder because they said he hurt his shoulder. So I don't know. Vaughn Allen is in the building. What up, Vaughn? He says, I'm a fan of Sims. Kolek is going to be great for him and Mitch. I agree. Kolek is definitely going to be one of those guys that can open up Sims's game and Mitch's game. Um, so here's the thing. Listen, we all love Jalen Brunson, right? But he's great at a lot of things. We know he's not a great defender, um, but he can take charges. He's one of the best in the league at doing so. He's a willing defender. He's just not a great defender, and he doesn't have the height on his side, right? But another thing that Jalen Brunson is not is a great passer. He's a good passer. He's not a great passer. Great passers are those who not only pass first, but their level of anticipation and what they see on the court, it's like they're in a video game. They see stuff that we don't see. You see, like, oh my God, what a pass. Like, I was watching a video of Jason Kidd yesterday. Unbelievable, man. Just like eyes in the back of his head. I was watching a video of white chocolate the other day. Like, eyes in the back of the, like, they see stuff that just, it seems simple when they do it, but it's not. Like, you got to worry about defenders guarding you and what they're giving allowing you to do. Also seeing guys in the periphery of your eyes, and just locking that in, because there's a chance you can make a pass and the guy's not there anymore. But you got to be confident in that you're doing these quick decisions. So it's about quick. You got to be quick with it too. If you wait too long, the opportunity closes. So some of these guys just have that. Jalen Brunson's a really good passer, but he's not a great passer. And so there's moments where, to get guys like Sims or Mitch open, he doesn't necessarily find them. And then when he does find them, I was watching video the other day. I'll be watching stuff, guys, and there was plays where Jalen missed them. And then when he missed them the first time, he knows, oh, my bad, I didn't see you. Next time, the ball, like, it was a play where Jericho was open, and Jalen should have passed him the ball, but he didn't. He kept it himself. He went up, he missed the layup. Jericho got the rebound, kicked it out to the perimeter. Then the ball got back to Jalen. Then Jalen gets the ball, goes inside. Now he's looking for Sims, but he passed the ball, and Sims, like, the angle wasn't good. So Sims couldn't grab the ball, and then the ball goes out of bounds. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's that thing that matters with we talk about passing. There's the difference between a good passer and a great passer. Kolek has the ability to possibly become a great passer. We don't know. We got to see. But that's the type of stuff that you look for. We'll see. But yeah, so definitely guys like Sims and Mitch need people to look for them and get them, open, easy opportunities. And maybe the thing that'll help Mitch is if they can get him more of those easy opportunities, so that his field goal percentage can go back to what it was before. And he can start getting those opportunities where he starts shooting in the 60s, the high 60s, and the 70s. Then maybe that'll help his opportunities going to the free throw line. Maybe he can get more opportunities and knock it down more consistently. We'll see. Okay. Well, a building blocks. I mean, come on. They wouldn't say it if it's not true. It's real. Like if the guy was hurt, he's hurt. It is what it is. It's not like you can't say it wasn't true. We didn't see him out there. So um let's see. Uh right. Nick Yak. D Cooler said Bam is only 6'9". Johnson Davis from Golden State Warriors is only 6'9". A few others also. Yeah, so Sims could play center. It's true. It's not about his height. It's just about his ability to play the position the right way. And the fact that first off, Sims being 6'9" is like Sims being 7'1". He jumps out the gym, so it don't matter. Um, Hey, what up, D Rex in the building? He said Huck Porty already has like 7 years more of offensive shooting and finishing skills in a competitive real pro league over Sims, and he's taller. I don't know if I believe these translate to anything, but you know, well, listen, it's one thing. So here's the thing: if you haven't been able to work on stuff and you've just been rehabbing and building up muscle and strengthening whatever you've hurt, how can we say that we don't know what's gonna happen if the guy hasn't been able to do that? And it makes sense. I mean, if you hurt something and it was seriously hurt, well, we couldn't play you. You're gonna have to rehab and get that muscle stronger so that you can go back out there and play regular basketball. And if that takes the whole summer, it takes the whole summer. We can't worry about you working on your jump shot or working on post up moves and stuff. That's a we just need you to get healthy because we need you out there. That's the first thing you got to do. Don't you can't, so I mean, we can't fault that side of it. I will say one thing, like Sims is athletic, right? He's an athletic specimen. And the fact that he's got good footwork and can move better and he's ambidextrous. And I told you before, I saw him in high school, he was shooting. He was shooting mid-range shots and he was knocking down free throws with his left. And they look good. I just maybe he has just a more ability than a guy like Mitch offensively. So if you just cultivate it, give him the reps, give him the opportunities to continue to get back to that bag, and then when he gets his opportunities, he'll show us something. We just got to give him a shot. At some point, I'm of the belief that at some point you got to give people a shot. And if it don't work out, then you can move on. But you got to give them a shot. Uh Well, that's another question, though. D-Rex says, I want to believe that he's been injured and hasn't been confident or whatever until now, but I'm not sure if his mental is right for this level of B-balls with regards to Sims. That's fair. That's fair. I understand that. He said, oh, Vaughn Allen says, Ron, I don't know if you remember, and shout out to you, Ron Allen. I think I already did that, but once again, appreciate you. He said, Ron, I don't know if you remember 2 years ago in the Summer League, he and Grimes showed flashes of offensive ability. I know that I've seen that too. And he was healthier then, but then he got hurt during the season, during the regular season. Um, I just think that he has something. Well, I'm not granted. We've also seen Mitch put the ball between his legs and get straight to the rim, and so they show flashes, but I'm not. I'm not going too crazy either. We'll see. We'll see. Shout out to Shy Powers in the building. Salute my brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. Please show support and love to Knicks Real Talk. That's one half right there. With also my brother Divine. Yes, sir. Let's get it. D-Rex says the only thing that gives me faith is that we recently learned Sims was dealing with injuries for the last 2 years. Do people usually step up their in their fourth year of the NBA? Well, fourth year in the NBA is actually something that's really pivotal and important for a lot of guys. Shout out to D's World of Hoops. D used to say this all the time that generally after 4 years in the NBA, you're either here or you're out. A lot of guys after 4 years in the NBA no longer have an NBA career. They wind up going overseas or somewhere else. The 4 year is usually the cutoff mark for a lot of players in the league. So if you can work through it, great. But if not, you wind up taking a job overseas and getting money to support your family. I don't think Jericho is that type. Like even if it didn't work out with the Knicks this year and they decided to part ways, I think Jericho would still be in the NBA somewhere else. I think he would get another shot. But after that, I don't know how many more shots he would get. But yeah, so I wouldn't worry about him. I think he would still be around. But yeah, that's usually the fourth year is usually the mark um that you have to kind of watch and see what a player becomes. Let's see. D-Rex says, and I thought Raw's video, Raw Hebrew, yeah, I think you're talking about, showing how Sims is consistently a plus on the floor when he's playing with Precious was really compelling. That's pretty good. We lose nothing by letting Sims try to step up a bit. Yeah, I hear you. I didn't see Raw's video. I'm gonna have to check that out now. Yeah, because I'm curious about it too. L damn it says 100 people watching and 50 likes. Smash that like button to show some love for the show. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Here's my subliminal reminder for y'all. Boom. Smash that like button. Uh let's see. Prezi the boss is in the building. What up, Prezi? Hope you're doing good. Says salute, Ron. I believe this will be Sims Deuce's year. I like that. Look, the only thing about Deuce is there's so much competition at his position to get minutes. But if he gets minutes, I think Deuce already said it. He was on an interview the other day with I forgot her name. I like her content. Man, but she asked him, like, "How do you feel? What was the difference in your jump from the prior year to last year?" He's like, "It's just playing time. It's confidence, but playing time was really all it was. Giving me the opportunity to get the reps and be out there." So I hope the Knicks can find a way to kind of still give Deuce a good opportunity to be a part of the team, and because that's going to help his game overall. Because if not, if he gets limited opportunities, his game is going to regress. It just will because he just doesn't get the touches, doesn't get the fluidity that you need to be out there on the court, contributing to the team. So I hope they give that to him. I hope they find a way. Should I say? Uh, Nick Yak says told everyone Sims is practicing to play power forward. Knicks are going with Huck Porty as the backup. In my opinion, Scap as the third center. Maybe you're right. I'm not mad either way. If it comes down to it's Mitch and then Huck Porty and then Scap, great. And then it's Julius and then Sims and then Precious, fantastic. But I kind of feel like Precious is ahead of Mitch Sims in the pecking order. So I don't know. Paris says Jericho has base talent level about him I guess what you say is with and I don't know. Did you say something after? No. I don't know. Were you trying to say his base talent level about him with his extraordinary? Maybe that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, 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 okay. All right. D D-Rex says, I seriously think Sims could be a better player just by cutting his hair. I mean, he would be more aerodynamic, I think. D-Ras is in the building. Salute, D-Ras. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to everybody. We got 150 people watching across all platforms. Please show your love for the show. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We are on the road to 3K at the end of this summer, 5K at the end of the year, and you guys are definitely helping to get us there. Appreciate you guys always, man. Showing the love and the support. All right, let's see. Um, Sims is a good situational player, says Deron Wade. Appreciate you. Hey, my guy, Kerry Cox in the building. What up, Kerry? Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you. L says, if you're watching from X, repost the live. Yes, please. If you guys can repost, that'd be great. All right. Let's see. All right. East Blue Juice says Deuce is who I'm hyped about. His shot was the only thing missing. Now he's about to come in the new season with new confidence from his playoff performance. Yeah, I mean, that definitely helps. Got to make him feel good about himself. Ran Rock is in the building. Salute, Ran Rock. Who do you feel will be the backup power forward? Well, if Nick Yak is right, then I'm assuming it's Precious and Sims. I'm assuming it's a combination of those two guys. I mean, there's not a lot of minutes to play all these guys, right? But so I'm assuming it's Precious first, and then Sims in a combination effect. Uh, and it's all going to come down to practice, guys. I think Tibbs is going to try all these scenarios with all these guys, see who looks better. Okay. 1 second, guys. I'm up here for Dolski, so no big deal. But I gotta just 2 seconds I need. So I'm gonna give you guys a little. I need the dating game music. I'm gonna get that too, guys. That's what I need. Like a little intermission music, real quick. You give me 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Let me see what I got here. A little old school hip hop. Hey. Okay, I'm done. I'll be right back. Let's go. Okay, I'm done. All right. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. We are back. Appreciate y'all for being patient with me. Okay. All right. I got a couple things. I see a super chat here. I will get to that. Thank you so much. All right. So Hey, my guy, man. Shout out to my brother Boulevard 73, one half of the 718 boys on the Lawrence Tears Network. Please tune in and show them some love. Usually they're on Sundays at 10 a.m. on the Lawrence Tears Network, the network of my guy, Uncle Freezy. Salute to Boulevard and my guy Corey Lee. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. I appreciate you. He says, salute, peace, Ron, Mr. WBLS voice. Shout out to our Knicks family. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Let's see. Okay. Saul Hashim in the building. What up? Appreciate you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Parrish says Jericho Sims just needs a point guard who leads and encourages him to keep going for his. Tibbs got to play him in garbage time as much as possible and run plays for him. I like that, Parrish. That's a fact. Backup power forward is Precious. We signed him because we didn't trust Toppin as a backup full when Huck Porty is playing 5. That's fair. That's a fair point. East Blue Juice says he looked like he got taller in the press conference. Okay. Listen, on ESPN they got him at 6'10 now. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe they were counting the hair. That could be it. Shout out to my guy. Yeah, right, Red Rock. Is that with or without the hair? Facts. D Block in the building. What up, brother? How you doing? Says salute everyone. My brother Ron, good to see you. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so that's the thing. Like, because he got one of those. I think he got a contract that's de-escalating. This is one of those that you can't really argue with. And when you see a contract like this is one of those weird things where Jericho Sims could be a Knick for a long time. You know what I mean? Like if they could keep giving him this type of money. Now, granted, they can't, because the longer you are in the league, because of the Players Association, your money and value does go up. So the team would have to give you more, right? But still, like he would get the lowest possible amount compared to other players unless he improves significantly, that raises his value. And for a Knick team, you kind of think about that and say, man, that is a bargain. You know what I mean? It's just they just got to start to be able to get a little bit more out of him. He doesn't have to be great. He doesn't have to be turned into some phenomenal offensive player all of a sudden or an incredible defensive player. He just has to up his level a little bit more to help the team. Yeah. Okay. Parrish says introverts grow comfortable as they age. Mm. Paris says Sims got season-ending surgery March of 2023. Okay. So yeah, obviously he did do it during the season. It's not like he waited till the off season. That's fair. D Rex says, fun fact: Precious Achua has shot 41.3% from 3 on 109 attempts in his NBA career before joining the Knicks 2 years ago when he was on the Raptors. Did you share this fun fact already? Or did you share a different fun fact? Maybe you did. I don't know. It just sounds familiar to me. Maybe it's because you shared a different fun fact, or I don't know. But shout out to you for getting that research and putting that up there. Appreciate you, D-Rex. Prezi the Boss says, big up introvert gang. He's about to be a problem now that he's healed up and getting all of his training. Can't be a bum with Bibby, Othella, David Zinon, and Mark Bryant. He can be a backup power forward / center. Yeah. Right. Nick Yak says if his money wasn't guaranteed, he probably would be cut. That's a possibility. He probably would have, but it is a nice problem to have. $800,000 for a 6'9" guy who can jump out the gym. And if you're able to, if you know that he was hurt these past 2 years and you can work with him and actually work on his game, you might be able to turn him into something a little better. Why not? All right. So that being said, I think we've covered enough of Jericho Sims. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Angel Torres in the building. Salute, Ron, amigo. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Knicks won today is in the building. Salute. Said, bro, why people keep expecting Sims to turn into a baller? Come on now. Listen, the only thing is if you've been hampered by injuries, if anybody's dealt with something that doesn't make you feel quite right, you can't get better at anything. You just have to try to kind of work through it, and then hopefully you can get back to where you was. But if he wasn't well and now he can work on stuff that he hasn't been able to do, he might be able to turn into something, that we'll be talking about. Hey, Jericho Sims can play ball. That's all. Not saying he's going to be anything extraordinary, just that he can play ball. He's a decent player and can work his way into a decent backup center. Remember, there's other guys that we've seen across the league that JaVale McGee. You guys remember young JaVale McGee? JaVale McGee was wild, man. He had some nice moments, but he was doing some shacked in a fool dumb stuff. He was doing some wild stuff. But then he became, as he got older and understood the game more, he became really serviceable. And then he became a really good backup center. It happens. Sometimes it takes time. That's right. Mark Jackson was an excellent passer. That's a fact. Caitlin has some amazing passes as a rookie. Number one most difficult position to play as a rookie. Shout out to Caitlin. By the way, I didn't realize. I mean, I guess I wasn't paying attention because they really just focus on her shooting ability, especially in college and the shots she was taking. She is a really good passer. Now I see why she could be, one of the best players in the WNBA. She's got some ability to do different things. So shout out to her. Um. Oh, you read a review from Sims Draft, and what that tell you, Saul? What it look like? Um, Travel Vibes is in the building. Said good afternoon, family. Salute Ron, SKF, peace, chat. Hope all is well. Salute to you, Travel Vibes. Good to see you, bro. All right. Okay. October. Yeah, I hear you. Philly and Orlando will be a problem next year. I see you, Carrie. Uh, yeah, we try. A little hip hop elevator music. Facts. Um, let's see. Michael's in the building. Man, everybody's talking about this Matthias Lasort guy. Like, I just can't. I don't know if the Knicks are doing anything with him. I feel like he's just a draft and stash right now. If they were gonna, first off, if the Knicks were gonna do something with him, I think they would have did it already. He would have already been brought over here, and you would have heard his name being a part of the roster. I'm honestly just from past moves that the Knicks have done when it comes to these international players. I think you're not going to see him this year. I don't see it. I think it would have been done already. Um, hey, what's going on, Legion of Knicks podcast? What's going on, my guy Guillermo? What up, Gmo? Hope you're doing well, brother. Please, guys, I know you all know Guillermo and Legion of Knicks podcast, man. Go support his content. He definitely does a great job. I always love when he has time because he puts a lot of effort and stuff and transitions things into his videos. They look really good, very clean. And then, of course, his live content. He does a lot of watch-alongs for each Knick game. So please go support my guy Gmo and Legion of Knicks podcast channel on YouTube. Shout out to my guy Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat. Appreciate you, my brother. He says, "Hey Ron, watch Jericho Sims against iHeart in 2022 at the Clippers when he started and played the game. He dominated iHeart." I heard about that and I kind of remember it, but it's like vaguely. Yeah, some people have been telling me about this too. He dominated iHeart. He absolutely got upside. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. All right. So I think we've talked enough about Jericho Sims from my standpoint, but I got my brother backstage. and I definitely want to get his take on him before we move on. Let me bring him up. Uh, Once again, guys, please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. We are on the road to 3K. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We picked up 3 subscribers, guys. We are at 2,864. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all, man. We on the road, man. We just keep it going. Tell your grandma, tell your nana, tell your principal, tell your coworker Bob who steals your lunch that you put in the refrigerator. Tell him, man. Maybe he'll stop stealing your lunch if you give him some interesting information. Like, oh, go check out Still Knick Fans. Let me bring my guy Sam up here in the building. Sam,
Yo, what's going on, Unc? How
brother.
we doing?
Chilling, man. Can't complain. How you?
Hey, I'm great, man. Classic start in 2 weeks, but I got a light load this semester, so you guys will still be seeing the consistency from me showing up every Saturday that I can.
Nice, brother. So, like, how much more time you got left?
Last year, man, May 2025 is when we walk across that stage. So future Esquire here, and since Milwaukee or not Milwaukee, Wisconsin has bar privilege, I don't have to take the bar here. So essentially, as soon as I graduate, I'm an attorney. I'll swear in about a few weeks after. So if I
Wow.
want to practice somewhere else, though, I do need to take the bar. So I probably will be taking a test just to make sure I can practice outside of the state. But yeah, I'll essentially be an attorney May 2025.
Wow, that is great. Let's give our guy Sam some early applause. Man, that's fantastic news, bro. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes,
It's
sir.
nice to watch your journey, and man, I wish you just the biggest and best of things, brother. You know how we all give it up and appreciate you in this Knicks community, but outside of that, I just think that you are a really cool person, and I wish nothing but the best for you. So I hope everything in life that you want, that you fought for, that you're trying to get comes to you in full and even double, whatever it may be. So
Hey, right back at you, Unc. I'm just trying to be great, just like everybody else. Just trying to chase these goals that we have set out for ourselves in this life. So, it feels good though to be done with school. I know you felt good when you finally shut those books. Dude, I am so over it. After 25 years straight, coming on next year, I'm ready to be done. I never want to see
dude,
a classroom again.
you don't know how ready I was. When I was done, I was done. I was like, don't tell me nothing. I was like, man, I had to tell my son when he was going to school, yo, listen, when I finished, I was done. I
Oh
wasn't that
yeah.
bad. I wasn't that bad, but it was like, yeah.
I
Anyway,
get it,
that's
man.
great.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just trying to, trying to persevere. I got one more year left. It's just like how you were in high school, or even if people have done a graduate, undergrad, where you get into that last year of bachelor's or high school senior year, where you just get that senioritis. That's kind of where I am right now. So it's like, dude, I'm just ready to be done, man. I've done my time. Now it's just ready to get the degree.
Right. And so I think Vaughn was asking, and Ranrock also, what type of law, what type of attorney?
So right now we're going into probably transactional corporate attorney. So I've been doing my work primarily in construction law and entertainment law, but in the transactional space. So I've been working on a whole bunch of contracts, mergers and acquisitions. So pretty much all the technicalities that deal with the money side of things is what I've been dealing with. So who knows, man? Maybe one day Dolan
Hey,
might come calling and he might need
that
in counsel. I got him.
that's what I'm talking. That listen, that's smart. It's understand if you can understand that stuff. I think that's a great way to go. It's I mean it gets everything when it comes to stuff gets messy, but it's less messy than getting into like other type of law. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or,
I know what you mean.
so that's
I knew
good.
that immediately it was not what I wanted to do. I don't want to shift the whole show there, but I'll just keep it short and sweet. I have a friend who his mom's a juvenile judge, and she had us do like a little walkthrough, and it was kind of like a scare straight thing for me. And I said, yeah, the courtroom's not really my thing. Seeing clients in jail is not really my thing. So if I
Right,
can stay
right.
out the courtroom space, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I hear you. The good for you, brother. Well, once again, man, you can see the love in the chat. We all appreciate you and happy for you, and can't wait till you actually complete that and get that situation where you can go out there and get that bread for all the hard work you put into it, man.
And then
Happy
I
for
can
you.
finally, get you some cups of coffee here on the regular. There we go. I can buy you about 10 cups of coffee per time. So we'll see.
Well, listen, man. I wish you the best, brother. So, what's your thoughts on? I wanted to get into something else, but before we do, what's your thoughts on Jericho Sims? I mean, is it one of those things? Have we kind of been a little too harsh with regards to Jericho Sims and what he might be able to add to the team, knowing now that he's been hurt the past couple years and hasn't had a chance to really work on his game? What you think?
Yeah. So, first off, I appreciate everybody in the chat and you, Ron. Thank you guys for the support. Definitely doesn't go unnoticed. There's a lot of stress that comes when you're getting any type of academia done, whether it's high school, undergraduate, like I said, or even grad school. So I appreciate you guys for the support. For me, like I said, I think best case scenario for this Knicks team is that Sims, and I've been saying it all summer, has a Deuce McBride type of, development where we didn't see it coming, but it's a pleasant surprise because you got him on such a bargain contract. And now knowing that the guy's been hurt, I mean, we've seen it. He's never really been consistent as far as his health, and that's kind of cost him some of the opportunities. So you'd hope that Jericho Sims really does come out of this offseason a more polished player, because that would help us. Not only we wouldn't have to worry about trading anybody away, but you'd also have somebody that you've also developed in-house, like a Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, these guys that we've been bringing up lately. So that would be probably best case scenario for the Knicks, is that Sims comes back. But as we all know, he's going to have to fight for that and prove to it, because he wasn't on Tibbs' rotation last year, really. So he's going to have to earn his minutes just like anybody else, just like Tyler Kolek, the rest of these guys. So we don't, like we said, we've been hinting at it, but we don't even know that the Knicks are going to go into a 10-man rotation. So I mean, there's really no opportunity unless we see that, or unless Sims makes his way into the rotation. Now that we have Precious Achua back, a guy that Tibbs is kind of familiar with already running, so we're not really too sure um, what's going to happen there. But I hope best case scenario is that he develops kind of similar to a Deuce McBride, and where it's unexpected, but it really gives us a very solid piece moving forward.
Right, right. I agree. Um, D-Rex, I didn't really know anything about it. I took a quick look myself because I was just curious. I don't see anything, and I can't really tell about any games going on or tourney in Record Park today. So maybe somebody else is familiar, but I couldn't tell, bro. So sorry about that. Um, uh, hmm. Okay, let me just see real quick. Uh, Nick Yak says, Ron, when we start winning this year, you will be over 4,000 subscribers. Wow. I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean, I hope, man, from your lips to God's ears, we'll see, man. I really just hope that the show grows organically, like people who, well, what I really want, I mean, I know we're pushing for the subscribers, but I want people to subscribe that actually watch the show or that want to watch the show. I don't mind if people like to help out. If you like the show and say, your kids want to support you and they're like, oh, go subscribe for you, daddy, or you know what I mean, like whatever it is, that's cool. But I really want people to subscribe that want to watch the show. I hope, there's other ways to get subscribers that we don't really rock with over here. So hopefully they come the way they're supposed to show up and whatever. We go from there. But thank you, man. Appreciate that. Obviously, D Block is showing the love to Sam. Travel Vibes, East Blue, Saul. Yes, yes. Appreciate you, Vaughn. Yeah, yeah. Rand Rock. Jimmy Henry. Man, the love is real, man. The love is real. E. Gibson says your hard work will pay off, Sam. Education is one of the keys to success in life. Facts. D-Raz says school may be over, learning never stops. Keep pushing. Facts. Yeah, man. Shout out to Paris Duggan. Thank you for the generous super chat. Hey, Ron, didn't we just lend Sam G to Wisconsin? Yeah, right.
Hey, I'm not tied down, Parrish. I can dip out. I can dip out whenever, really.
Yeah, man. That's good. That's good. I mean, but it's actually the best of both worlds for you because you could practice law over there without having to worry about doing the bar right this minute. And like you said, if you want to practice somewhere else, you gotta go through that, and that's gonna be a whole
Yeah, and
nother thing.
if Dolan wants to just go ahead and offer me that job, I'd happily take the New York State bar
Well,
and
there you
work for the
go. There you
Knicks. I'd
go.
have no problem with that.
Right. Yeah. D-Raz says, yeah, if you start buying Ron coffees, then Ron gonna be on 12 hours, Sam. Caffeine junkie.
Listen, man, I'm already a caffeine junkie. I don't know about Unc, but I'm already pushing 2 cups a day, man. It's not, but that's how the workload keeps me. I really want to get off of the coffee, if I'm being honest. It sounds bad, but if I can pivot to like black tea, I've been hearing good things about that. Probably pivot to black tea with honey, but it's hard though because the caffeine I've been on it for the past couple years now, really since law school. Because undergrad I didn't need it at all.
Yeah, well, they say black tea technically has more caffeine in it anyway. Just got to get, if that's what you like to drink. I mean, you just got to get
Mhm.
used to drinking it. Organic is the key. That's right, Travel Vibes. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, I watch everybody's success, and I love to see people growing and glowing in this community, and hopefully we want to continue to do the same, but we just got to do it the way we do it. You know what I mean? We
Yep.
can't do it no other way. Yeah, and oh, guys, please shout out to everybody. But I don't know if you've checked out. Did I mention it already? Oh, I did mention it when I was talking about Double A. But once again, guys, if you haven't seen, this past Wednesday I was on you know, Knick recap with my guy Troy Mahibar. And we had a really good hour and a half long talk, chopping it up about Julius Randle and all things Knicks. So please go support Knicks recap and check that show out if you haven't already seen it. We had some technical difficulties with the live, but what he did was he put two different shows together and made it one show. So find the right one, right? Try not to, I don't want you to see, if it looks like it's like 30 something minutes or 40 something minutes, that's not it. Find the one that's an hour and 22 minutes or something. That's the show that he put together. That's our whole conversation. That's on Nick's recap, and show him some love as always. Okay, looks like we might have had Jay Boogie in the background. Maybe he's coming back. We might have lost him. Hopefully, he comes right back. All right. Thank you once again, Parrish. Uh damn. Damn, D-Rex. Like, well, it's good for him to think about, but geez, he said a lot of lawyers develop substance abuse issues. Stay safe and smart, young Sam. Yeah. Oh, you're on mute.
I said he's not wrong, man, but trust me, I'll be okay. No,
Yeah.
it's definitely true. Them and you'd be surprised on those because pretty much any networking event literally has free alcohol. Like it's almost like it's like a thing where they want you to like drink. So like I'm good on it. Like as long as you drink in moderation or you drink like if it's a celebratory thing, then that's cool. But yeah, definitely I say the more higher up professions, it is true. But yeah, I'm trying to stay off of that.
I hear you. Yeah, stay safe, level headed, and keep an open mind. Next thing you know, you wake up one day. Huh? Uh,
Yeah,
who am I
you were
representing? What?
you
Who is
came you
this?
came too far. You came too far for that, man. You can't fall off.
Yeah. You have some client doing shady deals overseas with black blood diamonds and stuff. You're like, what?
You'd
What
be
happened here? What? How'd I
you'd
get
be
here?
surprised. You'd be surprised.
So, what I want to talk about now, real quick, is kind of the main topic of the show. And listen, man, you talk about a world tour with Muhammad, my man. Like, it's all about the Jalen Brunson effect. Like, he is the king of the city for real. We can't stop talking about him and what he has done, what he will continue to do, what he has become as a person, as a man, as a basketball player, as a leader. He has just become the 36th New York Knicks captain in franchise history. He had the you want to call it the swearing in ceremony. Like, he got to pass the torch from other New York Knicks captains as well as other sports captains in New York, like Derek Jeter and a bunch of other people said some really nice things about Jalen Brunson. Patrick Ewing had something really nice to say about him. I thought that was pretty dope. And it was enjoyable to watch. we love Patrick Ewing, and anytime he can do anything with regards to talking about our Knicks is a fun moment. But yeah, man, this Jalen Brunson effect, I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible, and we just have to really take a step back and a look at what we got going on here, man. Like he is, for all intents and purposes, like the best thing possible that could have happened to this franchise right now after all the ups and downs of the different coaches, the Kurt Rambuses, the Mike Millers, I mean Woodson was good, but uh the Hornaceks, the Fizdale,
Fizdale.
like yeah, like oh my god, like all of that instability, right? And then just the players, we talk about the players and how these teams looked. Uh like I'm so happy that we finally got. First off, we were able to address the point guard. I mean, to me, he's the best point guard since I know people are going back like even further, but I thought Raymond Felton was a good point guard, especially the first time around. Second time around, he was okay, but first time around, Raymond was balling. So, like, I feel like he's been the best point guard. I don't want to disrespect anybody that we've gotten since then, but we might have gotten guys that were kind of over the hill. They might have been great at one time, but we didn't get them when they were great. You know what I mean? So I feel like we just haven't really been able to address that situation. We finally have with him, but he's been so much more than advertised. It's, he's been under advertised because people didn't know what we were getting. So yeah, man, how do you feel about just Jalen Brunson's impact, bro, and what he's been able to do so far, joining this Knick club and the organization and affecting the culture?
Yeah, so it's just a major thing when you look at it. The way he's changing the game just for superstar level players is everybody's come out and said it on like the major networks, but nobody ever has really done this before, where they've sacrificed pretty much that much money up front to contribute to a winning organization. And then as well, he has no complaints from any teammates that he's ever had. That he's Wiz never felt.
This guy, man, he is crazy.
Oh
Thank you,
man.
Wiz.
But yeah, he's had no complaints. I mean, Jalen Brunson is the ultimate team player and he's the ultimate professional. So the way he handles himself and the way that he just shows to be just such an unselfish player on and off the court is something that I think the league is on notice for and this team is on notice for. And fans can really, get around a guy like that because he's so unselfish. He carries himself well. And on top of that, he's a great basketball player for us. So I mean, all of those things. And then if you look at it, if you're just coming off of a kid perspective, you see a guy who, he's not uber tall, he's not uber athletic. He just put in a lot of work and a lot of time to perfect his craft, and he showed how far he can get to the next level. So it's very inspirational too for those kids who are, in the youth that really want to go to the next level and aspire to be an NBA player. So Jalen Brunson, he really checks off all the boxes if you want to have a superstar on your team, and I think we're lucky to have him, especially for the way that we got him here. It's a blessing for sure, and I'm looking forward to see how we go with him, in the years to come. But I think now he's just got to just keep proving the naysayers wrong, because now, of course, you're going to have guys say, "Oh, he was only doing that because Randall's out, da da da," even though he was already scoring. I mean, all he did was just up the amount. He's already been, pretty much as efficient as he was last year. He just upped the amount of what he was doing because of the injuries that we had on the team. So I think, he's just going to have to keep proving people wrong, show why he's a perennial all-star to come in this league and a superstar in this league. And I think we're in a very good place.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Yeah, 100%, man. He's just been fantastic, and everything you just said is what he embodies and what he's been doing and trying to continue to do for this organization. I got Jay Boogie in the background, but let me I'm gonna play this video real quick. You guys have probably already seen it, but it's just nice to play anyway. I want to support and show the love, and then go right into bringing up Jay Boogie and get his thoughts on stuff. Let me let's share screen. Boom. All right. So hopefully this plays okay. And let's go.
Hey, Jalen, it's Patrick. If someone told me the young boy running around the garden would grow up to be the captain of the New York Knicks, You know what? I'd probably believe it. Even as a kid, you could connect with anyone around you. And the confidence, you'd walk up to anyone in that locker room and say just about anything. It was family. It's always family with you. People just want to be around you, Jalen. You're a born leader. And like Mike Green said, you were born to play basketball. Jalen Brunson, born to play basketball. I watched how you studied the game and put in the work to perfect your craft. But I'll go a step further, Jalen. You were born to play basketball for the Knicks. For kids to wear the jersey that you wore as a kid, but with your name on the back. Like a true New Yorker, you dare people to doubt you and go about your business. So yeah, I believe it. Captain of the Knicks. Say it to yourself. Jalen Brunson, captain of the New York Knicks. Captain of the basketball team in the city where they love basketball the most. Now you walk in the footsteps of Knicks who gave everything on the biggest stage, who embraced New York flair and embodied New York toughness. Knicks who were proud to be New Yorkers and knew what it meant to wear New York across their chests. But you don't have to do it alone. Just as you lift your teammates, let them lift you up. You're in this together. The thing about this city, Jalen, is not just about what you accomplish here, but how you accomplish it. Did you give everything every time you step on the court? Did you continue to represent this city off the court? Lucky for you, Jalen, that's exactly how you've always done it. Just be Jalen. Nothing changes. It's been a long journey to get here, but you're just getting started.
Wow. That was dope. Always good to see Patrick Ewing in anything he does with this New York Knicks team. Man, shout out to him. Let me bring Jay Boogie up in here now. Jay Boog, you with us? Maybe he's. Oh no, he might have some. He's having some technical difficulties. Well, hopefully
Yeah, I
you
saw
get it.
his camera was off. I figured he was struggling because he normally comes in, the camera ready, he's ready to go.
Yeah, I saw him for a quick second, and then he might be having some technical difficulties. Well, hopefully we can get Jay Boogie up here. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man, but we'll see. But anyway, it's a great time right now. It's really good to see what's happening. It's so much buzz and so much excitement going around, and we are still a little ways away from preseason. Like once this stuff starts going, I don't know how people are going to react because we are starving for Knicks basketball right now. So everybody's so hyped. It's dope. Were you able to watch any of Jalen Brunson's press conference?
I wish I was, but I actually was super busy recently, so I haven't been able to. I've just seen like a couple of the clips, but it looked great though. The turnout looked great, and the support that I saw from the people that were there, it looked like a great event. I'm gonna have to watch it honestly today. Later today, I'll try to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I think one of the great things that came out of that press conference is how humble he is as a person and how he understands that stuff is just bigger than him. You know what I mean? They asked him about why he decided to take less money. He explained that financially he's well off right now and he wants to win a championship and he thinks that in order to do certain things like that, you need to be able to, in so many words, basically saying that he wanted to give the team flexibility to help, see that goal. And the other thing that he said too was I thought was interesting when they talked about winning and winning a championship and how this is a good team now, maybe a championship contender. And he was basically saying, nah, I don't really want us to think that way. And that is my thing that I want the Knicks to continue to be. I want, and I don't know if it's possible. And let me just put it up because I did was part of the thumbnail. I can write a little bit more here. I couldn't put all this in the thumbnail, but you guys get it. And this is the question. It's the question that I have. Can Knicks still be considered an underdog? Why am I always leaving out a the? You got to have a the. Come on, people. What are we doing here? There we go. Yeah, can the Knicks still be considered an underdog? And that's I think the Knicks, if there's ever a team, and I've seen the Mets do it too. They've been underdogs for a lot because they're always struggling to put together a good product. But as far as a team that's used it, I don't think there's been a team that I've been that's a lie. The Giants used to do it too. But the point is, the Knicks have used this underdog thing really well, right? I feel like it's helped them. They've just been stuck there. So now that they're becoming a front-running type team, one of those teams that actually can compete, I don't want them to get their heads full of themselves. I don't want them to think that way. And apparently Jalen Brunson doesn't either. He wants them to go into this season as a team that still has a chip on their shoulder, that doesn't feel like they've accomplished anything or won anything or are going to be the best team in the league, that they have to fight and still remain underdogs. I think that's a good idea. What's your thoughts on that, Sam?
Yeah, so I actually think that's a great perspective because if you really think about it, I mean, although this team, like individually, we have players that have accomplished certain things, whether it be all-star accolades or player of the week, things of that nature. The team itself hasn't won anything. We haven't won the division. We haven't, won a conference title. We haven't won an NBA championship. And there's just a lot of question marks going into the season of different things on our roster, how it could shake out. So I think it's a good approach to have because I mean we haven't been known to just be that team who's going to automatically be ECF, automatically be title. Like people don't automatically see that, and even with the additions we've had now, it's still not a lock. Yes, it's a better chance, but people are still going to rank a couple of teams above us. I don't really necessarily agree with everything, but until the Knicks go out and pretty much show on a consistent basis that we're a force to be reckoned with within the Eastern Conference, I think it's a good approach to have. And I think he's having that. So everybody, pretty much has no ego going into this season. Everybody just wants to win. I think that's probably the biggest thing is just no matter how we get it done, just win games. That's kind of the best approach to have because we haven't won anything. And even if you do win something, you want to start the season anew anyway with the mindset of we still have a new season, new things to accomplish. So whatever happened last season now doesn't matter because now we have a completely different roster as far as the starting lineup goes. And also we have guys coming back off of injury. So it's going to be a lot of, tangible things that have gone on with the roster, but I think it's a great approach to have and a great mindset. And I think he's right in doing so.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let me see if we can get Jay Boogie in here. Jay Boogie? Oh man. I don't know.
There you go.
Oh, there he is. Hey.
My bad, man. I was having some technical difficulties. I don't know why technical difficulties keep bothering me. They like a gnat mosquito, you be like, what's going on? I can't get right, and I got a new phone, and oh man, I'm trying to figure things out. I thought I had it figured out, man. But shout out to y'all guys, man. How y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's in the greatest form of health, man. Shout out to everybody that's viewing this, watching. As Ron has already promoted, please hit that like button. Please share, you know what I'm saying? And be a part of the show. Don't just be one of the ones that subscribe because we asked for you to subscribe. Subscribe because you want to be a part of the movement. It is a movement, you know what I'm saying? It is a Knick movement, and it's heading in the right direction. You hear the number of subscribes, and he's trying to reach 5,000 by the season time. Let's do what we got to do, you know what I'm saying, to pay our diligence, you know what I'm saying, to subscribe and keep this man moving in the right direction. Sam, what's good, my brother, man? Love everything that you're doing as a young gentleman, man. You prospering, man. This future is real bright. It's a high beam. Ain't even no lampshades on type of this bulb for you, man. Your future is really, really bright, man. And I'm so happy to be one of the ones that be able to watch you come in as a, you know what I'm saying, as a Knick fan and a guy to be on the podcast, speaking of a team at such a young, delightful age, you know what I'm saying, of the Knicks, and seeing you, you know what I'm saying, going to school, going to college, you know what I'm saying, starting out your first years and ending up where you're heading right now, man. It's so beautiful to see and watch, you know what I'm saying, develop into the future that you have being provided for you. And trust and believe me when I say it, you're just beginning. It's nowhere near the ending of what you got going on. As soon as you accomplish that, I know you're the type of guy that's going to step over and look to accomplish another something else. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, man, to what you've been doing, man, as far as your education, man. Shout out to your great parents you have, man. And shout out to you being a kid following the directions of, you know what I'm saying, your parenthood. You know, being parents in life today, you know what I'm saying, is good. But also the kids have to be, you know, students of the parents and continue on following what the parents is leading for them. You lay the blueprint out for them, you must follow them. And I'm not just talking about a KRS-One or a Jay-Z blueprint. I'm talking about a family blueprint, you know what I'm saying, that's being laid, you know what I'm saying, so you can be not only successful, but succeed. And as you continue to grow, you can pass it on to your next seed. You know what I'm saying? Well, what Wu-Tang said, my seed marry his seed. You know how that song go, you know what I'm saying? So you can continue on prospering, man. But, you know, just to say, man, I love, you know, watching and viewing, seeing not only you, with some other ones that's come in and is prospering, doing something, but you share your movement. And that really plays a major part, you know, so for somebody else that can see and watch what you're doing, and, you know, they can ask you questions on how you did this or how you did that and be like, I want to be like Sam, you know what I'm saying? So that's amazing, my guy. So I took my hat off to you, my guy, you know, hand above the forehead and salute you, my guy. Continue on prosper. And shout out to Ron, man. Hope everything is well with you and your family and everything. Everybody's in the greatest of form of health. And like we say, we don't just pray for anything that you're going through. We all pray that everybody gets through whatever they're getting through.
Facts. Appreciate you, Jay Boogie, as always. Jay
Appreciate
Boogie
you, Boogie.
always knows. He always
No
knows
doubt.
what to say, man. Always knows what to say. We haven't talked about like a bunch of stuff, but we talked about a couple things. We talked about Jericho Sims and what you know how maybe we've been a little too harsh on him. Maybe we should give him a shot to see if he can improve and become a better part of this New York Knicks team. And then we just started to get into Jalen Brunson right now, and his impact of coming over here and taking on the role of being the guy and now becoming the captain. Just, you know, before we go any further, I just want to get your thoughts on, you know, if you have anything to say about Sims or you know, want to talk about Jalen Brunson real quick.
Yeah, it was really funny, man. I was listening to somebody, you get rid of the hair. You know, I said that probably about 2 months ago. I want to see him come in with the afro. Now, Sims has to realize who he want to be and what he want to do as far as in life. It's not just being a better Knick ball player, it's being a better ball player for yourself. You know, you have to do the things that's going to necessarily continue on feeding you as far as this sport. The sport is here to provide for you to have a future, you know what I'm saying? But you must continue to, you know, feed yourself into the game of basketball, develop your skill sets, you know, and don't get stagnant. And just because you got hops, you can jump out of the gym, that doesn't mean enough. Athleticism is not always the greatest and best thing. It's just a lot of things that has to do with hard time. I say all the time, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. He's one of them athletic, talented guys, but you got to work hard and develop your game. Now, he's in a great situation, a great position where he can make some noise, but you got to work on your game. And when you work on your game, you got to believe in your game, have faith in your game. You got to want it. You know what I'm saying? You got to want it. This is a wanting lead. You know, you're born with the talents. You work hard to get here, and when you get here, it doesn't stop here. That's just like when you sign your contract. You know, I can't remember who said it, but I always say the day you sign your contract is the day you start working on a new contract. That's day one. That contract is over and done. That money's in the bag. So what are you going to do to start developing your game, you know what I'm saying, that show that you deserve money inside this league, you know? I would have liked to see somebody like Sims getting called up, guy like Al Horford, you know, work with guys like that, you know, because he's athletic like Al Horford was young, you know, when he was coming up out of Florida. And he developed all types of skill sets, you know what I'm saying? His IQ level as far as the basketball mentality is really high. And then that's what's going to get you in the right places. But Sims is in a position, it's up to him to what he's going to want. And shout out to the captain, man. Lord, man. man, I remember when he first got here, we had so many things we wanted. People were saying about him. He this, he that. He's not going to fade. He's too small, too much money, and all this and that. And that was all cap. But now, years later, now he's become the captain. He's become the provider. He's become the leader. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that we're going to follow. If we're going to follow the way where you lead us to is where everybody's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Not just the Knick players, not just the coaches, not just, the officers, not just the fans. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole movement that Jalen is front. And the thing about it, he can wear that heavy jersey. A lot of people can't fit and wear this heavy jersey, but this guy is made for New York. He's breeded for New York. He's a full-blood pit. He's not a brindle stripe, none of them fake pit bulls, you know what I'm saying? He's a real pit, you know what I'm saying? And I just love his game. I appreciate him coming here, saying that he wanted to be a part of the Knicks. He wanted to have his own path, his own destination. And he wanted to lead something that's historical into a more historical place. You hear him talking about his money. He ain't worried about the money, you know what I'm saying? He got other plans, and he wants, his legacy. Jalen Brunson wins a championship, his legacy is going to skyrocket over a bunch of guys that's already got championships, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys talking about, he's done the wrong thing. When it's time to get your money, get your money. Money doesn't mean everything to everybody, you know what I'm saying? You can have $500,000 and don't know what to do with it, and your money is screwed up. But then you can have $5,000 and make that money prosper because you know what to do with money. So, Jalen's in a great situation. This is his city. This is his team. And we're going to follow suit, you know what I'm saying? We're going to let you lead, you know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it. You already showed it to us, man. So shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. A great son, a great nephew, a great uncle, a great cousin, a great man, a great father, a great teammate. He just got all the symbols that shows, you know what I'm saying, that he belongs right here in this orange and blue, fighting for this city of New York, trying to bring a legacy back, trying to bring us back to a championship glory. And I already said, I don't said it in songs. I don't said it, on podcasts. Already got my 2 rooms for club quarters in June. I'm already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to go. I hope everybody believe and have faith, man. This is going to be a real exciting season right here, coming right here for the entire city of New York. We got 2 years. That's my mark. 24-25 or 25-26. One of these 2 years, we're going to win a championship, man. I believe that. Mark my words. Stamp that today. Jay Boogie said it on the Still Knicks Fans show right here, man. Right here with Ron, right here. And right here with Sam. Right here with y'all viewing. Right here with y'all watching. Right here, we're going to win a championship. If not this season, definitely next season, man. Shout out to everybody on the Knick organization. Leon Rose, Tom, Coach Ted, and I hear Pat Ewing. Shout out happy birthday to P.E. Not once, but twice. Patrick Ewing and Chuck D, Public Enemy. Their birthdays was all this past weeks. Shout out to them great men, man. Big ups to the big captain, the big 3-3, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Chuck D, man. But man, it's beautiful right now, man. I hope everybody feeling good about themselves and having a prosperous weekend. Hope everybody had a great summer. If not, hope you have a better winter, because when the winter time comes, you know what the time it's football. And right after football start, it's preseason basketball. And then it's the tip-off. And shout out, you know what I'm saying? Big shout outs, big shout outs, you know what I'm saying? 12 noon, we back 12 in the 2/5, the biggest tree in the world filled with presents. Little kids, they checking off their wish list. Ho, 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 we celebrating this Christmas. Jingle Bell first game playing in the garden. Tell Santa we got the whole league watching. Right before we celebrate the new year, James Dolan Clausen with the reindeer. Yeah, me and my team and everything, we really trying to, you know what I'm saying, get us performing inside Madison Square Garden for this Christmas, you know what I'm saying? That song is 4 years old, and it's 3 years with the video, and they just made out the Christmas schedule. We play San Antonio at 12 noon, back 12 in the 2/5. That's a major ball. When I say 12 noon, that means 12 o'clock. 12, and that means the 12th month of the year. 12 noon, we back 12 in the 2/5. That's the Christmas day of the 12th month of that year, you know what I'm saying? So, man, we need to hashtag that, we back on Christmas video to the New York Knicks. Hashtag it to the Madison Square Garden. Support that video. Support that song. song. When you support that song, you supporting me, you supporting Papa Left, you supporting Cully, and you supporting all our podcasters and everybody that's in the chat, because that's where that song comes from. It comes from the podcast and it comes from the chats and everything. That's our song. That's our anthem. We must be performing that song come this Christmas inside Madison Square Garden. I am a contract vendor with them. They have no reason, no excuses not for us to get in there and tear that stage or tear that gym floor down for a Christmas anthem come this year. 4 years running, we made that song. Me, Papa Left, and Cully. It's a banger. So, yo, hashtag we back on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Get it to the Knicks, get it to Madison Square Garden, and tell them we need to have a performance of this song. If you don't want to perform it, play the video, because we the only team that got a Christmas anthem like that, man. Let me mute, man. I just come in wavy.
I hear you, brother. Let me tell you something, Jay Boogie. I hope that this happens this year. And if it happens, I'm gonna find my way to get into the garden to be there to watch it happen. And believe me, I'm gonna do my part. You know, this past year I was a little late to the mix, but I also didn't know exactly what was going on, so I didn't want to touch nothing. This time around, when we get to November, but right before Thanksgiving, or maybe it's Thanksgiving week, I'm gonna start rocking the Christmas anthem. You're gonna hear me start playing the Christmas anthem all the way into December 25th. So if I gotta do what I gotta do, hashtag it. I'll put it everywhere on my social medias, and I'm gonna do what I can. I hope everybody else does. We need to get on the J Boogie campaign run. All the Knick content creators, if they support J Boogie and support this Knicks community, we should all start blasting it on our shows for that month of December. And put it on our social medias. And somebody's going to say, man, this song is everywhere. What's going on here? That's what I think we need to do. That's what I think we need to do.
Man. Everybody, man. Everybody, man. Support that movement. Please support that. Because I do it for you guys. I do it for y'all. I ain't asked for nothing. I ain't asked for nothing. I know every year, y'all don't heard me say, I spend $30,000, $40,000 in music every year. I was just in the stew last night, chefing up, cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Handing out plates, handing out spoons and forks for something else I got coming. You know what I'm saying? I got food on the table when it comes to these Knick bars. Food. And you're gonna get a full course meal. You know, I'm not one of them guys that, be stuck on himself, but I work hard on them New York Knick anthems. I work hard. I got a lot of major songs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put out a best of boogies. That's what I think I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put out a best of boogie, because I got a lot of hits all the way back to the MIP. Y'all remember the MIP, Most Improved Player?
Oh yeah.
That's the Julius Randle thing. I know you remember, Ron. I just be talking to the people that's watching. Yeah, bro, my leg first year said the boy wouldn't come back to Calipari, Kentucky. You know I'm a Wildcat. Yeah, I got some major things. I even got point guards. People even forgot about point guards. I made a Jalen Brunson anthem. I knew he was going to be what he is today 2 years ago when I made that song. You know what I'm saying? You want your marquee player, I bought him marquee, so let's kill the assumption. Little Rick, that's Jalen Brunson. They try to say I'm too small for the city, the tiny ultra ball with braids. That's right, I'm on my gritty. I'm making sure I bring the point guard back. You see the guards stay packed. I told Luke I ain't coming back. I'm in a city with fans that got a lot of pride, and that the games get feedback from Walt Clyde. Yeah, that's a Jalen Brunson anthem I made 2 years ago, man. I got some things, man. And you also support that Christmas song. Get it there, man. Please. Get it there, man. Get it there. And I got, I ain't gonna say what's coming. I got.
Appreciate you, Jay Boogie. And yo, listen, let me see if I could. I'm gonna play it on when I'm done with the show. I got that on season joint that I'm gonna play again at the end. It's one of my favorite joints right now, so I'm definitely gonna play that as we get out of here today. But I had to, I'll be having to work around it because YouTube, they be making it rough.
And what's that lady name in your latest video? Well, I forget her name off cap.
That's talking about Still Knick fans, you mean?
Yes. She's
that's
part
Emily.
Of your movement now.
That's wait.
Emily,
you talking?
Shout out to Emily.
Oh no, you mean who put the stuff together? And then
your social media.
Oh no,
Right.
L. That's L. Yeah.
L, that's L. L's is everywhere. L
Yeah.
helping out on, with social media. L get ready to drop this album. L's, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to her, man, for what she's doing, the work she's doing with you and y'all linking up together, doing some fantastic work. I can't wait to see what else y'all have in store. I got y'all got your mindsets working together, man. So, I'm a fan too. You know, you have to also be a fan of this game, and I'm a fan of everybody. Like I'm a fan of Sam. I'm a fan of everybody that's watching in the chat. I love seeing you guys. I love seeing what y'all, text, what you type, how y'all feel about, the show you're watching, how you feel about one another. I love seeing when y'all be questioning one another in the chats and answering. I love all that. I'm a fan of Under This Orange and Blue umbrella. You know what I'm saying? This is our entertainment, and this is what we hang out. And I am so one of the ones when I don't see people for a long period of time, I get to wondering about them and get to asking questions about you. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm used to seeing you around. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody wants to be around. You don't want to not be around. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? You want to be around, and if you have a chance to be around, make sure you make your presence, you know what I'm saying, be seen. You know what I'm saying? So we all know, and that you're around, because this is where we hang out. This is a podcast barbershop, really, live on the screen, and it's all viewed all over the place, all over the world. People could tune in any and everywhere, you know what I'm saying, all over the place, and get the love and appreciation of good people. Not just, talking about a basketball team and, what the team going to do in this, but just being around good people, you know what I'm saying, that just want to, have a good time and have a good conversation, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of love and a lot of energy, you know what I'm saying, when you get around good people. Once you get around good people, you can learn from them. You know what I'm saying? You can find out, how they do such things, so you can figure out how you can get there too, Ask questions, when you get around good people. Don't be scared not to ask questions. The easy and hardest work on question is to ask is the question that you don't ask. Ask questions and don't be ashamed to be the ones that I don't know. That's too many times in life we feel like we don't know something, but we scared to ask to find out, so we can know, get results, get answers. And the only way to get results and get answers is you ask questions. Remember this right here in class? Raise your
Right.
hand. You know what I'm saying? You raise your hand to either answer the question or ask a question. But nowadays, more because we don't got older, use that hand to raise up to ask more questions, because we all adults, but we don't know everything in life. We don't know it.
That's
So
facts, Jay Boogie. That's 100%. That we in a time where everybody thinks they got an answer, but
right.
not everybody knows the right answer. They got an answer, and it may not be the right answer, but we gonna get through it though. We're gonna get through it.
That's right. And if you get jammed up, they're gonna lawyer right there. They're gonna lawyer right there. The lawyer right there.
But don't
like
rely on that though. So don't get jammed up, so I don't have to represent you.
Yeah. Don't do that if you don't have
get
to.
jammed.
Yeah.
Don't get jammed up.
Shout out to Anna Grill. Thank you for tuning in, my brother. I appreciate you as always. Shout out to Vaughn Allen. Once again, saying Boogie. Shout out to my guy HP Carlos in the building. Salute Knicks Nation all the way from Portugal in the building. What up? Appreciate you. Good to see you. Look at my guy DJ Shuttle in the building. Talk that talk. What up, DJ Shuttle? Good to see you, my brother. Peace. And let me see here. Kingdom Group is in the building. Salute. Good to see you, Kingdom Group. Thank you for being here and rocking. Sincere Israel in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here and rocking as always. Showing love. Parrish, thank you for the generous super chat. Said my name is Be Nice. Boogs is out here on the listen, man. First off, I mean, Be Nice. We know that that's D Nice, right? Who is now become like a whole new entity, right? Over the years,
Mhm.
becoming a DJ, well renowned everywhere, DJing at the White House,
Yes.
helping to put us in a position where we were all feeling better. Y'all remember the pandemic time was crazy, and D Nice was one of the people that kept us afloat on Instagram, doing his
Yes.
DJing party. Yo, we were struggling out here. He gave us something to look forward to. Yeah, but we can't forget the original D Nice, the hip hop dude. My name is D Nice. Yeah. Although he did have that one line. I don't eat pork, so I guess he wanted beef. Now that one you got to throw away, D Nice. That one was one of them bad ones, but it's okay. I'd never forget that. We used to kid about that as kids. I don't eat pork, so I guess he wanted beef. I was like, okay, D Nice. But anyway, shout out to him. Shout out to you, Paris. Appreciate you, man. Okay, so Jay Boogie, you answered everything. You even gave us more than we needed to hear as far as the topics. You gave us some real life stuff, right?
Right.
But what you didn't answer was, can the Knicks still be considered an underdog now with all the hype that's going around? What do you think about that? First off, do you think they can be considered an underdog? And if you had a choice, would you rather them think like they're championship ready, or would you rather them still continue to keep that chip on their shoulder like they are an underdog?
You know, when them players wake up in the morning, championship should be on their mind, point blank. This is the time for us to feel like championship or bust. And the reason why I say that, shout out to Alan Hahn, the great Alan Hahn, who you just had on this show. And what he said was, I'm not predicting it. Vegas is predicting us. So anytime Vegas is predicting us to be in the frame of winning a championship, you got to feel like championship run. You know, they got us up there, you know. And when was the last time? With top 6, something like that? When was the last time, you know, we've been like this? You know? So what they're saying is the Knicks have the type team that if you slip up as one of them big nuts teams, we can beat you. You know? And I love where we at. It's championship or bust. Them guys should be feeling like, you know, every day when I work out, I'm working out hard, you know, and the harder you work in the on season, it's going to prep you for the preseason, and the preseason is going to prep you for the practices, and the practices is going to prep you for game time. You know what I'm saying? And game time preps can lead you to victories, and when you get victories, you get into the playoffs. And playoffs, that's up to us, man. So, man, I'm good where we at. I want to see a championship run. And them guys should be feeling like we got a championship team. And there's a lot of teams really, really, really scared of us. You know, I've been saying it. We the only team. Some teams got big 3. Some teams got big 2. You know what I'm saying? But we the only team in the league right now that got 3 dynamic dual sets. We got Julius and we got Brunson. We got OG and we got Bridges. And we got 2 guys that are natural born off the bench players that played starter roles last year and did damage to other starters on other teams. Now they're going back to the bench, as in Josh Hart and Dante. That's 3 dynamic duels. No team in the league has that. If they do, please tell me. Make Jay Boogie a liar today. Tell me what other team in the league has 3 dynamic dual sets. Yeah, you might have Maxey and MB, but you got Paul and who? Paul and who? You got Jason and you got Jalen Brown, and then you got maybe Porzingis and you got Porzingis and maybe Holiday. But then after that, you got who? It's maybe 1. So they got
Derek
5.
White, maybe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got 1. Who's going with him? You know what I'm saying? So I'm good where we at. Championship or bust. Championship or bust this year. You know, championship or bust. You got to feel it and believe it. That's where I'm at, Mr. Ron.
I like it. And listen, I'm with you either way, Jay Boogie. We're gonna ride till the wheels fall off. I'm with you, man. Let's go.
Mhm.
Let's go. Shout out to Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, yo, I say the Nova boys will be challenged for time. This year might get a little difficult, yeah, but you know, it's still a good problem to have. Just think about the ability. We went from I just, I say this a lot, but I just want everybody just to continue to think about how far we've come. We talked about it earlier with the bad coaches and all these different coaches in the organization, where we're going, what's the direction. Um, I always point to Freezy when he said this, because I thought it was one of the best things I've ever heard him say. Pick a direction and go. Right? Freezy used to always say that, and I think the Knicks over the past few years have showed they've picked a direction and we are going. Right? And you get to the point where everything you've talked about with regards to this Knick team, they are doing it. Right? Oh, we never had a real point guard. We need a real point guard. Jalen Brunson. Boom. We just too small. We don't have that wing depth. We need to get a wing. Not only did we get a wing, we got OG Anunoby, one of the best wings. Done. You know what I mean? Can we continue to get better? Do we need a little bit more defense? Can we be more dynamic? Man, OG gets hurt. Wow, what are we going to do? Mikal Bridges, boom. Like, what more do you want them to continue to do? Oh, man, we got hurt last year. We didn't have no depth on the bench. We couldn't go to Charlie Brown Jr. We need some other Kolick, Huck Porty. You know what I mean? Kevin McCullers Jr. Like, oh, guess what? Now that we got a full squad, now Dante doesn't have to start. Now Josh Hart doesn't have to start. Bench. Like, we are in such a better place this day. I know we still have the backup center thing that's still on people's minds, but even that might turn out to be, something we not expecting. Huck Porty might turn out to be a gem. You know what I mean? Jericho Sims might be working on stuff right now, might come and be / power forward, backup center role, and give us some really good minutes on both sides of the ball. And then we're going to be talking about, man, this team, maybe we don't need anybody. We just got to let it play out. We got to see what happens. So I just me as a fan watching this, and this is kind of like, one of the questions that Troy asked on Knicks Recap was, how did this team stack up to you as far as one of the best teams as a Knick team that you've watched? And I'm saying we're getting close. I don't know if we're right there yet, because I saw those 90s teams and I felt like those 90s teams was it for me. But this team is right there. Like, I'm watching everything being built from the ground up. We're getting better and grabbing what we need to build a championship type team. So it makes me feel a little bit more invested. When I was young in the 90s, I wasn't really paying attention to that stuff. I just looked at the basketball game. I looked at what we had going on out there. I wasn't worried about front office stuff. Now I'm worried about front office stuff. So it just feels different.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Shout out to my guy NYC B-Ball 08. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. I appreciate you. Once again, man, always showing support and love for the show. And continued support and blessings to everybody in the chat who shows love and just appreciates being here and rocking with us. All right. So let me coach says McCullough might be a 6'7" Heart. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? Listen, diamonds in the rough, man. They're just sitting there, just blossoming. They're a lump of coal right now and starting to crush and break open to turn into a diamond. We never know. But
And
with
while we
McCullough, I'm gonna
on
give him
that,
some time.
while we
Okay.
on that, that's that's a guy who I've actually been high on for a couple years. And I honestly believe, after watching him, his game in college, if that guy was not banged up, I think we see him going potentially close to the lottery this season, this past draft, because he's done and shown a lot of skill within his game in the college ranks. I think if Kevin McCullough wasn't battling injury as he was, so Jay Boogie knows if Kevin McCullough wasn't battling injury, I think that's a guy who goes potential lottery. So I mean, I think the Knicks got two absolute steals in that second round, and I mean, and that's not even including Huck Porty, who, like we said, we really don't know. He's the one who's like pretty much a mystery. But for
Mhm.
McCullough and Kolick, their college game speaks for itself as far as what all they can bring to a team and what they've already shown you in their game. But I think McCullough definitely has that type of potential, and he could be a steal for us. So, like you said, Ron, about the wings, I mean, this is another guy who's another wing who people aren't even thinking about right now because he's a two-way guy. But I mean, that's a great problem that we have now, where we have a guy like McCullough. If he can get back to health on a two-way contract moving forward, that's a great thing to see.
He's
Facts.
a more bigger and athletic Landry Fields. That's exactly what he is. You know, he just does exactly what he's supposed to do in a non-giving up way. You know, I ain't going to put him up there closer to like the Shane Battier's. You got a long way to go for that type element right there. But you talking about a 3-and-D wing player that's athletic, that can, check the 2-3, potential some fours, and can knock down that shot, and is going to hustle, and he's going to be a great locker room guy, not one of them guys that's going to drift off and get caught up in the city and everything. That was a major steal. Sam hit it right on the nose. If he wouldn't have never got injured, that when he got injured, that was the downfall for our season. I'm a Jayhawk fan, I am a Kansas Jayhawk. That's my basketball team. I'm sorry, St. John's, and I'm from Queens. I'm sorry I don't like St. John's, because ever since Rod Strickland dropped 43 on me, and you know what I'm saying, in that building, man, from Truman High School, man. So, I ain't scared to say it, but that was a steal. Leon be doing some real sneaky draft picks. We got 3 potential guys, saying that's going to do some things, real soon. And Kolick is going to get his chance, because we drafted him in the second round, but we gave him that money, so you don't get that money to sit him on that bench. So he's going to get his chance to prove, can he stay on not only get on the floor, but can he stay on the floor? Or are you going to get, parked in that bench? Make sure, and we hope your meter's not running long, because Tom is going to give you a chance to see what can you do, as far as contributed to the New York Knicks. I think they want to move Deuce a little bit more to the wing, more shooter, catch and shooter guy, and take him off the all ball, offensive set creations. But man, shout out to Leon Rose, for the sneaky picks, the sneaky trades. And we got one in the chamber. He's gonna do something. Just check the 1, 2, 3. Check the 3 banging hitters that he has put out. Derrick Rose. The trade came through. We went on a buzz. You know what I'm saying? He followed that up with Josh Hart. He came through. Bang. We went on another run. Then bang. The third one was OG. Bang. We went on another run. So Leon knows how to make that, that last minute, trade deadline move that can carry us over. And everybody else is done. We still can make moves. And that's the great thing. But the first move is right here. Let's see if this right here can work. Plan A. But trust and believe, he got a plan B and a plan C. And that's been some of our problems in the past. We never had a backup plan. So when our first plan didn't go right, we was lost, confused. And no, Leon constantly has something else working. That's why, like Ron said, he's going to play it. That's why I did the on season really with Leon Rose, catering to him and his staff. I always believe that when Leon knocked on Jalen's door for that interview, he didn't come in there with no suit and tie briefcase. I believe he came in there with his Levi jeans that he wears, and he has some Timbs. And what that means, he put the Knicks up under straight construction. And that's all he did, was change the construction of this team and this culture, and brought in somebody that can follow his game plan with Tom. And they reorganized this construction of this team, and it's right where we want to be, where we feel like that old school 90s team, we feel like we in contentions. We feel like, we get ready to make some noise, and that's Leon Rose doing his work when he was just an agent. He don't know basketball. That's what he was saying in the beginning. What is he going to do? Sign some player, blow money? Nah, he gives you the money that, that's going to work for the organization. If you don't feel like it's going to work for the organization and what we're trying to do, then you get no money. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing what he's supposed to do. Not only just, he's saving. James don't need no money saved. But he's not just playing around with James Dolan money. He's really putting money in places where they need to be and where they're supposed to be. And if you see like I see, then you're gonna do nothing but help the team, like in Jalen Brunson's way. Yeah, when he to the team and look, he could have got more. Yeah, all right, okay. In a couple more years, that money gonna come right back up. And guess yeah, 10 years gonna be up, and he might be the first 400 million man. But for right now, he's doing what he got to do for the championship. In 2 years, when he get when that what's 4 years, 3 years of the last end player option, when he come off, he 10 years, we get a championship, then you're gonna see him break the bank. Then you'll see him. But for right now, it's for the team. Shout out to Leon Rose.
Facts, 100%. Shout out to E. Gibson. Appreciate you, my brother, coach. Yep. Front office has been fantastic, man. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but the people that said that Jalen was kind of crazy and leaving that money on the table, I mean, do you remember some of those names, who those people were? I mean, we know Carmelo is one of them, right? I don't remember who they were. I don't know. Did Gilbert Arenas say he would have taken the money?
Oh man, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't forget Paul. Don't forget him. Paul.
Right. Paul's the only one he can get I can give him a little bit of recognition because he actually got a championship. But Gilbert Arenas don't got no championships.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony, no championships. You took the money, you went with the money. Shout out to you. I mean, listen, and I'm saying this, I love Carmelo Anthony, but let's call a spade a spade. The knock around the league is that Carmelo loved the money more than he loved the game. All right. And that's the bottom line. That's the reason why he got blackballed after a while, because they thought he was difficult to work with. They thought he wouldn't take a backseat role. They thought he still had superstar mentality, superstar dreams. And he only cared about getting paid top dollar. That is a knock. I'm not saying it's fair, but then again, what happens? You hear about Jalen Brunson taking less money to support the team, knowing that he can get that down the line. He's betting on himself. And then you hear Carmelo say, well, I don't know how you could leave that. It's the same mentality. So you can't even argue with it. Like somebody could throw you bail, like, man, you can't say that about Carmelo. That's not, he just showed you that's who he is once again. So I'm just saying, my bad for pointing it out, Carmelo, but it is what it is.
you got to point it out. I mean, great as a ball player Melo is. Melo might be the only five position player that outside of Mike that's played the game. It's everything he had. He had the post game, the mid range, the handle, the tray, and the free throws. KD, he had some that KD he's not a post. He can't post. So I say that Melo's downfall is, instead of trying to down somebody else for what they're trying to do and bring to the city that we wanted you to bring through, his downfall is when Iman Shepherd and
Tyson Chandler, Iman Shumpert, all those guys.
J.R. Smith,
Iman Shepherd, and J.R. went to Cleveland and won.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
That's your downfall. You got to hold that, Melo. Hold that one instead of trying to hold somebody else because you could not keep them guys here, and you wanted more money. So don't try and come on, man. Stop. Don't play yourself, Melo. And I love Melo game. I love Melo as a person. I love with him being, in the building. I love him rooting and cheering. You know what I'm saying? I love what he doing at the Olympics on the sides. You know what I'm saying? I love Melo's game. But don't try to, hinder a situation whereas you know what he's trying to do. He's trying to leave that door open. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all these years. Do what you got to do to bring us a championship, and that's what Leon is doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we wish you would have done. Take a little bit off the table, man. And you had endorsements and all that going on. You had money, but shout out to Melo, man. One of the best, craziest scores that I might have seen in my life. I know he's in the top 5 for me, all-time scorer.
Yeah.
So watching this game.
Yeah,
I've seen him, but
beast.
You don't be one of the ones that sit there in the building and then take shots when you're in the building.
Facts.
Come on, man.
That's just how it is. It's the bad thing. Like sometimes, listen, you guys know I used to say stuff before when it came to Melo. I even had a show about it, talked about it. Sometimes, like look, people view you as a certain way. You are a Knick alum. We appreciate you. We every time we think of Melo, we damn man, what could have been. You know what I mean? If the Knicks had put more talent around him, we could have. But nobody really talks about maybe if Melo took a little less money, maybe more talent could have been around. Maybe we don't talk about that stuff, but it is what it is, man. But I love Melo, man. He's still one of my favorite players, one of my favorite Knicks, and he's one of the best to ever do it, bar none. And the rest of the league will tell you that. But it is what it is. Shout out to my guy Drugs. What up, Drugs? What's going on, brother? He says salute to my guys, Ron and Boogie. Yes.
Only.
Yes.
Hey, yo, Drugs. Listen, man. Drugs only, man, is classical dude, man. I just wanted to say he crushed that symphony. Coming right behind me, he crushed the symphony. You know what I'm saying? On that symphony, man. That symphony, man, I wish we'd have went further on that symphony, but we're going to do something else. But shout out to Drugs Only, man. Anytime you see Drugs Only, man, follow him, support him, leave a comment, anything that he has going on, man. Great dude, great guy, great family, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's a Knick fan like us all, but he's also an artist, man, with some crazy music, crazy bars, man. Shout out to Drugs Only, man. This major hit, this NBK. I don't know the bar, but y'all know the talk about.
Oh man, yeah.
The opening for the Sim show, yeah, that's Drugs Only right there. That's Drugs Only, man.
Drugs is the guy on the NBK channel opener. Yeah, man, NBK, nothing but Knicks with Sim past the assist. You know that it's swish. You know what I'm saying? Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drugs. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that's the podcast. That's the podcast foundational anthem right there. Any other podcast, things I've done comes after Drugs Only. After
that joint is like the Jeffersons. Keeping your head on the water. No, that's good times. My fault. No, that's good times. Good times. My bad.
Now, hold on, that's my bad.
Yeah, my fault. Damn.
You gotta make a way when you can.
Got the right layoffs. We moving on up when it comes to the Jeffersons. My fault. I confused it. My bad. Y'all know I know. Anyway, Humberto De La Hoz in the building. De La Hoz in the house. Nah, my fault. Like it was right there. You see it? No, anyway, okay. McCullough is compared to Joshua. Oh, how quickly we forget. I don't know what that means, De La Hoz, but I'm rocking with you. Shout out to my guy Wiz BKLA. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says a lawyer and an MC and a lawyer, MC, and a podcaster walk into a bar. Yeah.
Wiz.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
California Wiz.
Yes, sir. What? Get out of here, Parrish. Listen, man, don't be that guy. He says this segment stinks. Melo is on our front lines. Melo is on our front lines, but Melo also feels like because he came here, right? 7 years with the Knicks, and he wanted to be a Knick. Shout out to him. Listen, there's certain guys that grew up, that call themselves coming from New York, that we always think, oh, yeah, they're going to want to come to New York at one point in their career. And shout out to Melo being one of the best players in the league at the time and actually came here. I don't want to get into the whole thing once again about Melo. Melo chose to follow the bread. You know what I mean? It is what everybody knew that. That's why Melo didn't wait until the offseason to just come sign outright with the Knicks. Plus he wanted to get under the CBA agreement before it changed into something which was less lucrative. Smart by him. But that I'm not the one who brought up the knock on Melo. I'm not the one that says Melo follows the money. It's not me. It's the NBA. Don't forget, he was in Houston, got blackballed. He was in Portland, got blackballed. And then I'm not saying like there's a reason why Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum put campaigned, for Melo to come to Portland. They saw what was going on. They saw how Melo was getting treated. But it wasn't fair because he's a good player that can add value to any team. But around the league, that's what they were thinking about when it came to Melo, that he follows the money and he would be hard to kind of get him to take the role that you want him to take on your team because he sees himself as a superstar player. They didn't know if he could get out of that mentality and just kind of work with what people are trying to do. That was the knock. I'm not telling anybody anything that don't. If you look at just Google it. Google Carmelo Anthony and whatever. Type in the word blackball. Type in the word money. See what pops up for you. I'm not saying nothing, Parrish. I love Melo. I told you already. I do. I'm just saying it is what it is. And if I was Melo, let me tell you something. The last thing I'm talking about with regards to Jalen Brunson is him not accepting money to try to win a championship. You ain't even gonna hear me say it, but that's Melo. Melo is who he is. But whatever. Shout out to NYC B-Ball. Thank you for the generous super chat once again, my brother. He said, first they said Brunson didn't deserve his first contract. Now they mad because he left money on the table. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, Paris. On this one, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think that you're not understanding the knock on Melo and what the rest of the league, not Knicks fans, not the organization, the rest of the league, how they look at Melo. And that's because they got their own reasoning. So I'm just telling you, just Google it, look it up. It is what it is. It's out there.
Yeah, we know Melo's the greatest scorer to ever put on a Knicks jersey. He's one of the greatest scorers to ever play this game. That's why he's in at 75. You know, we know all the games, you know what I'm saying, that Melo has. You know, just me personally as a Knicks fan, I wish he could have done something differently that would have brought somebody here. You hear the conversation. They was trying to figure out where was they going to play. Was it going to be in Chicago? Was it going to be in New York? Because it definitely wasn't going to be in Cleveland. You know, could you imagine if he could have just, you know, been on schedule and on point with them guys when they opened up and lured them here into the biggest market, the biggest championship that could be ever had right now? Could you imagine if he could have led LeBron and Wade here? You know, not even here, but you know what? Who did he lead here? You know what I'm saying? He couldn't bring nobody here because he chose the money. And the money was, I think he left maybe like $7 million on the table or something like that. Okay. Yeah, but that's only gonna bring us, you know, to some role players during that time when the league was cooking. Okay.
I was gonna say even that, Jay Boogie, even if like my whole thing is it's not a knock on Melo for taking the money, coming here and getting his bread. I'm not even mad at that. I honestly don't have any issue with how Melo came to the Knicks and what he did while he was here. And that's not where the narrative became an issue. The narrative became an issue after he left the Knicks. That's when people started to feel a certain way about him and how he looks at money and how they felt he was a part of teams. The Knicks didn't come up with the narrative. Knicks fan base doesn't have any issues with Melo when it comes to that. It's the other people around the league, the Houston fans, the Houston organization, you know, the OKC organization, the OKC fans, they feel a certain way. And it became a thing running around with him. Listen, there's also best friends in the league, right? We talked about this forever. LeBron James and Melo are tight as can be. You know what I mean? So is, you know, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, their little clique, Chris Paul. But when LeBron James had a chance to bring Melo in to be a part of that team, he didn't do it. Now he did it after the fact, but it was after the fact. It didn't matter, and Melo wasn't even wasn't even as good of a player as he was prior to that. When Melo was ready and could have helped the team, LeBron didn't bring him over there.
Right.
Look, whatever. I'm just saying, Paris. I think you getting it twisted because you're making it seem like we hating on Melo. Once again, I'm telling you what the league was thinking about Melo outside of the Knicks. Okay, I'm not talking about the Melo's time with the Knicks. I think Melo is a great Knick. That's part of the reason why I also don't want him saying certain things. When he said what he said on his podcast with the other dude, whatever, 7 a.m. or whatever in Brooklyn, whatever it's called, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, I think. I don't know. I forget. when he said the whole thing about RJ and gave RJ a name. I was like, damn it, I wish he didn't say that, because now every time people think about RJ, they go out. So it's just Melo's going to say certain things that I think he probably should leave alone. Melo's at the Garden all the time supporting the Knicks. And I think I'm going to shut up right now. Okay, Paris, because I think what you're trying to basically say is, while we're still talking about this, then certain fans are going to start thinking negatively about Melo. All right, I'm going to stop saying anything. Okay, I don't want to change the narrative about Melo, because Melo is a good guy and people might take it out of context. So, okay, Paris, if that's what you're getting at, I'm going to stop talking about it, okay? Because I don't want that either. I love Melo, and I love seeing him at the Garden supporting the team. So let's not get it twisted. I'm going to shut up about it. I'm done. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said Melo's father wasn't a pro baller. He was Poe. I hear you.
Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, looking, like I said, I think we're confusing it. I'm not talking about Melo's time with the Knicks. I'm not talking about how he is as a Knick. He is the Randall Whisperer. We love Melo, and we love seeing. You kidding me? You know how hype I get watching Melo and John Starks and Larry Johnson on the sidelines, especially in playoff games where the Knicks are going crazy. They're going crazy. That's fantastic. Yeah.
I'll never forget that game against the Bobcats. That was my favorite Melo game by far. It bar none. That was the one for me. So I'll never forget what Melo's brought to the team. I mean, he was the one that allowed for me to wear my Knick beanie to school pretty much unprovoked for a couple years until he was gone. But for the most part, Melo's definitely been one of the bright spots in this organization, at least for the last 20 years. You can say he's probably one of the brightest spots that we've had outside of Brunson's emergence now. But he's an all-time great Knick.
I agreed, Sam. Come on, Paris. See, now how are you going to do that? Do you not remember that at one point when Stat was here prior to Melo, Stat he put up MVP number? I mean, it was a short stint. I'm not going crazy, but it looked like he was an MVP type candidate. The way he was carrying the Knicks team, he had like 8 or 9 games in a row of 30+ points. You know what I mean? He was doing everything he could out there. Come on, man. And listen, he came here for the money too. He got his $100 million contract. The Knicks are back. The Knicks are back. He did all that, right? But he came here. You know what I mean? We couldn't get anybody to come here either at that time. But Stat came.
Like, he had a good intent. His knees just gave out. He had a good intent. He wanted to play, but his body wouldn't allow it. That's all it was.
And the Knicks should have did a little bit more research, because the dude never played defense. I never knew how to play defense. They didn't tell me how to. What?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That was crazy. But anyway, yeah, man. Anyway, let's listen. Everybody, we love Melo. Everybody send an email to Melo. We love you. All that good stuff. Melo's great. But I was just saying. See, I knew it. What did I tell you? Y'all doing Stephen A stuff right now. That microphone and platform comes with influence. See, I knew you were going to think that was happening. That is not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just talking about him commenting on another man's bread. All right? Worry about your bread. If another guy leaves money on the table, that's his right, his decision. We know you wouldn't do it. That's you. We've already seen you not do it. But there's no need to say it. Just let it be. That's all I am saying. And so when anybody has a chance to say something about Melo or criticize Melo, why not? He said something about somebody else's bread and criticized that. And not criticize it, but he gave his opinion. I wouldn't have done it. That's him. So you telling me, so Jalen Brunson could do something, leave $100 million on the table, and Melo can comment on it, but we can't comment on Melo's comment or Melo feeling a certain way? Come on, Paris. That ain't right. No one's saying anything other than that. We love Melo here. You know what? Next week, Melo's on the show. Now, I'm still trying, guys. I'm going to figure it out. Okay. Now, I'm moving on. Because I don't want it to be what it's not. But I appreciate you, Paris. I get it. I understand your point, though. Thank you for putting that out there. I'm not trying to bash Melo or get people to bash Melo.
That's right.
Shout out to my guy.
Real quick, Boogie, you was talking about Brunson being the next $400 million player. Imagine what Wemby might get. He might get close to $1 billion when his time comes, because the way the league's going up, I mean, he might be able to see a contract during his career of $1 billion. He stays healthy.
He might get that. He might get that. What's the guy? I forgot his name. That baseball player that went from the Angels to the Dodgers. Get that deferred money.
Ohtani.
He might get that Ohtani money.
Baseball different though. They ain't got no salary cap, so
True.
I mean they can do that. I don't know if NBA can defer it that much, but that would be crazy to see still.
Yeah.
Is that why we marketing him on Christmas?
Probably. I mean, he's so right now you could already tell. I mean, come on, he's the new face of the NBA. It's happening. Like they wanted to do certain guys like Ja Morant, but Ja Morant stuck his foot in his mouth.
Yeah, and I hate it for Ja because he was getting ready. The league was his. He was the next thing, and you knew it because he knocked Dame off the what is the what was that contract he had Hulu or something. Dame had something, and then he took over. Hulu does this, whatever that Hulu.
I know what the Hulu TV probably or something like that. I know what you mean. They've got like a promotion, and he was
Yeah, he took Dame off. Dame was the face of that, and then he became. But then when opportunities, making wrong decisions, man. Don't blow the bag, man. Don't blow the bag. I see too many people in position, what I'm saying, that's not that blows their bag on nonsense. It was one time when Little Baby had the rap game in a chokehold. But during the situations that he was having with the Migos and in the clubs and shootouts and all that, not saying he was shooting out, but you know what I'm saying, the entourages and all that, your name is on that. That's why he got slid to the side. But then people get mad because J. Cole stepped out of that battle with the Kendrick Lamar and the Drake and all that. That thing is serious. I think it's serious. And he wanted no parts of that. Oh, he's soft. He's all that. No, them people, man. You know how much money that man raised out here. For the fest that he did. Man, when them people have you in position to give you that money, don't mess your bag up. Don't mess your bag up. It is not worth it. When the opportunity strikes, that song, they play that song for a reason after that NCAA tournament. That one shining moment you reach for. Everybody gets a one shining moment. A one shining moment that you get. Do not blow your chance and your opportunity for it. Not saying that another opportunity won't come, but it's never another shining moment that comes. You know what I'm saying? When you get a chance to reach for it, take advantage of it. Take advantage of your opportunity. When it's your turn, your time, you know what I'm saying, and you're in position for God's blessing, make sure you do everything to make sure that blessing comes. Don't do anything that's going to allow that blessing not to be in your hands. This is what you work for. You earn, you deserve it. Don't allow anything to knock you off the pedestal of what you're trying to get. Please, people, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, because he's still young, Boogie, and I hope that he can turn it around because he's honestly one of my favorite players in the league. And he's a guy, like I said, I remember when he first started dealing with all this stuff, the guys are right around my age. So like for him to have all this fame and stuff and only being all this happened for like when he was 23, 24 years old. I mean, he still got time to bounce back, but you don't want to put yourself in a spot where you're like, man, I really could have had all of these things go right for me, and I ended up missing out on a few things. He's still, going to be a pretty successful person in life, but you don't want to look at things that you had on the table that just pretty much got snatched from you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, listen, man. This is the conversation it can continue forever. So many different things that are going on in the NBA. They got to fix a lot of different rules and stuff that's happening to make the game a better game. Because let me tell you something, it's one of the most popular games right now. But if they don't fix certain things, people are going to be turned off by the NBA on the whole. I mean, the referees were terrible this past year. terrible. Like there's
Mm.
certain things they got to fix. They got to clean up. It's not just about the image of some of the players. It's the NBA has to clean up the image. The NBA has to enforce certain things. The NBA's got to make sure that if you're going out to the clubs in the streets, that you got that NBA appointed person with you. That makes sure you're good to go. And if you don't follow that, then the NBA needs to come down harsher with the rules on what you can do. And they've already done it with Ja, right? But they got to continue to do that so that way it's known and you can avoid this. This should never happen. It's going to happen with different players, but it should never happen with a guy who could possibly be the face of the NBA. That's nuts. Like you could never expect like this to happen back in the day. Imagine something like this happening where it gets out, like with Jordan. Because Jordan's done stuff and there's stuff we don't know, but it didn't get out, right? Until a lot later, we're like, oh, wow, Jordan was into some stuff, or Jordan had some, they try to keep it as low as possible. We knew about the gambling, but, there may be more to that. The point is to keep it under wraps and keep guys solid, but things happen. But anyway, shout out to my guy, Mega NYK. I appreciate you, my brother. Good to see you as always. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My guy, Organic Fanatics, Raul in the building. The Organic Fanatics show is here. Salute to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Que lo que, my brother. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. I think I got everybody. But if I did miss you, it's not for lack of trying, man. Quiet Money in the building. What up, Quiet Money? I see you, brother. Good to see you, bro. Salute to you. As I already said, my guy Mega, appreciate you. And my guy Organic Fanatics. What's going on, brother? Yeah, man. But I hope we're on good footing, man. Parrish, we're not even gonna talk about it no more. Just leave it alone. I'm done. I got nothing to talk about that. And him taking less money to re-up with the Knicks. Once again, I already said it. No, y'all not listen to me. I am not talking about how Knicks fans feel. This is outside. It's a whole NBA, man. It's not just I'm talking about what they saying, not what we saying. Jeez. Okay, I'm done. Hey, shout out to my guy Fritz Alcindor Jr. in the building. What up, Fritz? Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. The Alcindor himself. Yes, show your support and appreciation for SKF. Hit that like and comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Mega. Appreciate you. All right, let me just check one thing real quick to see where we're at numbers-wise, because, this is like a campaign. We got to see where we're at. We at 2866. We picked up another 2, y'all. Clap it up for yourselves. Thank you for joining and subscribing to the show. Appreciate y'all. We on the road to 3K. We still getting there, man. We are still getting there. You gotta take some time, man. You gotta be patient. Gotta understand that, if you want stuff to happen, you gotta be ready to go with the process. It's all a process. So I want to say thank you once again to everybody showing love and showing support for what we got going on. And let me see what them likes looking like. Them likes looking like 102. Yay, we there, guys. Thank you, guys. It's kind of like a staple nowadays. We got to try to get up to 100 likes, and if we can, appreciate you. Thank you from everybody out there for showing love to the show. Boom, there you go. It's a PSA from the NBA universe. That's right. We hit 100 likes for today's show. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, L. Thank you to everybody for smashing that like button. I just want to get around to everybody's final words, and I'm gonna get into this this J Boogie track. But I want to say thank you to everybody that jumped on the show. Sam, to J Boogie. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Appreciate you guys.
And thank you to you for you opening the show, you having the show, you making time out for us, because there's some other things that you could be doing. I like to say all the time, everybody has a professional career, and this is a professional man, but he does find time in his own space to come out here to entertain you guys. So thank you to you too, sir, for opening the door that you provide. And I made my choice on Monday or Wednesday. I'm gonna be the one, and I'm gonna let you know I chose for Wednesday.
I chose for
Wednesday. I chose for Wednesday as well because I have no class that day. So
I don't want no. I don't want no. I said Monday, Wednesday, Monday. Sunday, one day, skips over Saturday, Monday. I don't want you battling with the NFL people. I want you to have your full commodity. I think Wednesday's a good slot. That's
Nothing
just
going
me.
on.
Yeah, nothing going on. You get the NFL Monday night coming, and then it's gonna be mixed up with Monday Night Madness in college basketball, Monday with NBA. It's no football on Wednesdays. We do know that, but
Yeah.
we can have some Mr. Ron,
Hey, man. I
on
like
Wednesday.
it. That's why we're thinking about it. That's why we're thinking about it. It may work better for the fact of allowing schedules for John and I both to be rocking because he's a little bit more free that day, and then Jose says he's good. So we'll see. That might be it, man, and it'll break up the week a little bit more instead of two shows closer together. We get a little bit more distance in between. And like you said, man, we go up against Monday Night Football when the Knicks decide to play on Mondays. We still rock even if the Knicks are playing. We kind of talk
Right.
through the game, but. And if that's the case on Wednesdays, we'll do the same thing. The only reason why Wednesdays was a little tough for me back in the day, hopefully it gets a little better, is because at work, I used to have meetings where I have to stay late on Wednesdays. So it still may happen, but it doesn't happen as much as it used to. So we'll make it work, man. If Wednesdays is the day, then Wednesdays is the day. I'm excited either way, man. I love chopping it up and seeing all you guys and the support and love you guys have been showing. Not only Know the Ledge on Saturdays, but SKF Weekly on Mondays and possibly moving to Wednesdays. I can't say enough how much we appreciate it, man. So I thank you to everybody out there. And I wonder how many of y'all voted for Ain't Nobody Trying to Come See You, Otis. Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Yes, he did. Yeah, please vote on the poll if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys. And yeah, it, Paris. See, and I respect you, brother. That's why I always try to tell you, even offline, I tell you that how much I appreciate you and how much your takes. Sometimes your takes may be your takes. I'm not gonna disrespect your takes. They're your takes. We gonna agree to disagree sometimes. We'll have our little conversation or whatever it is and chat to chat back and forth. But I still respect what you got to say. And I show you I respect what you got to say by not putting up some other stuff that you might say that I feel like you don't need to say. So that way we don't got to worry about anybody feeling a certain way. You know what I mean? That's me showing the love. All right. So let me get around final words. Sam, thoughts, final words, anything?
Yeah, so as always, peace and blessings to you, Ron, Jay Boogie, the chat, everybody out there in Knicks universe. Just wishing and praying for health, wealth, and prosperity for everybody out there. It's very crazy in these times that we're living, especially with this coming up with this election and things of that nature. Hope everybody stays safe out there and keep first what you always want, which is God first in everybody's life, no matter what you believe in. I'm not sure religious based, but for me, when it comes to this team, I'm excited for what all we've got. I mean, this is the best team as we pretty much everybody stated on the panel. This is the best team that we've seen as far as depth wise from top to bottom in a very long time. So, I mean, the sky's the limit with this team when you think about the different players that we have, the coaches, the front office. We pretty much hit on every single angle, every single perspective of this Knicks team, and we've been pleased with it so far. So I mean, there's just unlimited untapped potential with these guys on the roster, with the moves that this front office could still make. We don't know yet. Leon, he's the Don for a reason, so he could still make another move. We don't know. But I'm definitely very intrigued to see what we have moving forward. And let's try to get gold now. We just ended on Wemby, but we've got the gold medal game coming on, I believe, in about 10, 15 minutes. So let's see if United States can take one home over the Frenchmen. I'm sure that they Evan Fournier is looking to get some get back on some of those American players. So I'm intrigued to look out for that game. I know we got the men's gold today, women's gold tomorrow. So if anybody's looking forward to seeing our women's basketball team tomorrow, support them as well in their gold medal game. But I'm out on that note. Peace and blessings to everybody. I hope you guys have a safe and blessed weekend.
Dope. And let me just say oh yeah, East Blue Drew. No. No. I don't want to confuse you. I'm not doing NFL stuff. It's just that, you know, when we do the Monday night show, when there's Monday Night Football, it's on while, you know, people love football, so they be tuned in over there. So, yeah.
He
So,
said he wants Giants fan TV. Still Giants fan.
yeah. I don't know about all that. Like, I actually, you know, my whole thing, I actually thought about doing Giants, but I respect so much a couple people that do Giants content really well. And like I watch their content and I'm like, I don't even want to touch this. I'll just listen to them. You know what I mean? Chris the Entertainer and the Fireside Giants guys, I love what they do. So I don't even worry. I'm like, now y'all do too much. Y'all be knowing too much X's and O's. Y'all be going to the training camp and watching lineups and all that stuff before me. Now y'all got that. I'm like, you got it.
Hey, I'm not a Giants fan by any stretch, but I do support. Like I've said it before, but one of my childhood friends is Andrew Thomas, so I still support him. I mean, I've known him since I'm talking like probably 6th, 7th grade. So that's a guy who, no matter how I feel about my Falcons being trash for the past 8, 9 years, I'm still gonna support Andrew Thomas. So if he's on the Giants, they've got a fan in me off of supporting him. So I wish him the best, and I wish the Giants the best this season, because as I can stand in brotherhood with the Giants fans as not being a Cowboys or Eagles fan. So I hope that they do very good things this upcoming season. I'm looking forward to see how they do.
Yeah. Now listen, I'm saying I won't do Giant stuff because I like the platform how it is right now, and I don't think I need to be in it. But if by some chance, once Sam becomes a lawyer and everything, and if like him and Andrew Thomas reconnect, and like Andrew wants to do like a weekly spot with me on
That's
Still
right.
Giant Fan, then maybe
That's
what I
right.
mean. Like
That's right. Talk
you never know. Yeah.
talk, man. Talk. Yeah, talk, bro.
Maybe different, Anyway, Jay Boogie, your final words, final thoughts, my brother.
Man, I ain't got too much to say, man. Sam said it all, man. I should have went before him, I just want everybody just to know I'm a fan of you all. I'm rooting for you all in life. You know, please make sure nobody stop you from receiving your own goals, your own roadblock in life, man. You know what I'm saying? Be successful and succeed. Open up the doors for your loved ones that's coming behind you and everything in life, man. With this Knick thing, we all know what it is. They know what it is. Knick, baby, we here for life right now. It's a great season, great opportunity. We walking into a season we ain't never felt like this. We haven't felt like this in a while, feeling like, we got a winning team. We got a winning organization. You happy for the Knicks all the way around, you know what I'm saying? And man, I just can't wait for the season to get started, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fan up, fan your way. Fan however you gonna fan, enjoy your season, But this is a season right here for you to walk and stick your chest all the way out and be like, yo, what's up? We ready right now, and you got to get us off that floor because we know what happened last season. The only thing we felt like our situation was health. So therefore, this season right here, we pray and ask for the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Just provide us with health. Give us that opportunity. If we got health on the floor, then you know what I'm saying, we can win any game against any team. Point blank, man. Shout out to the people that's watching, rocking with, Ron, still Knick fans. Man, shout out to everybody viewing. Hope everybody having a great weekend. And again, thank you, Ron, for having your doors open and giving us opportunity to come along and rock with you, Shout out to you and your family. Hope everybody's getting, the greatest form of health, in life. And man, let's go, man. Let's go into the next episode. Jay Boogie will be around on the Ron show. Everybody have a great weekend, man. Great weekend. Enjoy yourself.
Appreciate you, Jay Boogie. Thank you once again, my brother. And thank you, Mega. Yeah, I can't forget about my guy. I am Jarrell with Die Hard Giants. In fact, this year we'll see if Jarrell will have me. If I want to get my Giants feel out and get that content that I want to get out of my mind, maybe I'll chop it up with Jarrell if he has room, on different shows. Because the other thing too is I want Jarrell's show to get more pub, get more, he's that Jarrell he knows his stuff, man. He knows football. He just I want him more eyes to be on that show because he knows what he's doing. So yeah, so that would be something. Thank you for bringing that up, Mega. And I'm not saying I'm going to bring it to. I just want to be able to, because Jarrell knows more. I think Jarrell knows more football than I know, because he be knowing some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't thinking of that one, Jarrell.
And before I forget too, Unc, about the Christmas thing, Boogie, I'm gonna try to make it too myself. So if that's a thing where you guys all want to connect, because I know I'm kind of out the way from everybody, but I will try my best to be in the Garden for that game, because I've yet to go to Madison Square Garden, which is crazy to say. But if everybody wants to pull up for that game, I'll definitely make plans to do so and be there. I already, I'm trying to see if I can get in for the playoffs. So if I can do that earlier and get there for Christmas Day, then we'll see.
Yeah, that's dope.
Better be
That'd be
trying to
great.
better be trying to get them tickets now. They're available now. You better be trying to get them now, because they
I'm already knowing.
probably about 2 days away from being gone, man. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to get that Christmas song, man, played anywhere, man. We work hard on shout out to my guy, my production team, especially Mr. Mike Blaze, you know what I'm saying, to lay down the track for that song right there. Shout out again to Papa Left, my man, you know what I'm saying, and my man Cully. Man, the two great artists, two great minds when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, spitting verses and bars on that microphone, well-talented guys, we just trying to get that Christmas anthem anywhere. If it ain't Madison Square Garden, let us perform it on MSG Network with Alan Hahn and them guys, you know what I'm saying? And I might throw a little live version of breaking news in there with it. I got things from there. If it ain't over there, you know what I'm saying? Man, hey, yo, Mr. Henry, where you at, man? Let's make history, man. The SNY, we perform that with you, man. But somewhere amongst that the New York Knicks or the New York Knicks path, one of these networks, we need to be having that Christmas anthem, perform and trust. And I don't even want nothing. I don't even want nothing. Just knowing that, being able to say that I did and accomplish something else when people thought I couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. That's just a good enough payment for me. You know what I'm saying? Again, money is not everything. Money helps. It takes care of situations, you know what I'm saying, that's needed. But if you don't have a life outside of money, that money is really no good. It's really no good. If you don't have happiness within yourself, you know, I like the drive, the story to get to where you belong. That's where you got to look at. That's where I find success. Even shout out to CP, man, coming over there from calling in. And be honest, he named me the closer. He got to be the closer. He gave me that name, the closer. When he gave it to me, I just ran with it in a different ways. Whereas I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, but opportunity opens its place, man. Take advantage of your opportunities, man. And then again, like I said, I don't want nothing. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing. God has opened the door and gave me a pair of shoes for me to put my feet in and said, walk, young fella. Then after you finish walking, jog, young fella. And after you finish jogging, you feel like you in shape, then you run, my fella. And then when you get tired of running, you get inside your car, my fella. You know what I'm saying? And then when you don't want to drive, get on a flight, young fella, and fly. He gave me these wings to do and be where I am. And I want the same from any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Me coming from prison, doing time, you know what I'm saying? I could have had that nano in my ear to go back when things ain't looking right. To go, let me go back to the things I used to do. To do what? To do what? You know what I'm saying? To go right back in. No. So for me, I'm happy where I'm at as a person. I got a beautiful family. Hope just like you all, got a beautiful wife. I got 2 daughters, I still got a brother and I still got a sister. I lost 2, a brother and a sister. I lost my moms. I lost my pops. I lost things, but God has me in position to be grateful where I'm at today. And Jay Boogie makes sure he tries to do everything he can to provide and give it to you all. What I got, what y'all gave to me, and what position y'all put me in. So God bless everybody, man. Y'all got me getting all teary-eyed and everything, man. Let me get up off this show, man.
We appreciate you, Boogie, and your story is still being written, man. Thank
No
you for
doubt.
always coming and supporting not only just my show, but the whole Knicks community. You know what the love is.
Yeah.
That's how and listen, shout out to Knicks Fans TV, because if it wasn't for Knicks Fans TV, maybe a lot of us wouldn't have known about Jay Boogie. And you know what?
Mhm.
Because of that, we're able to say, not only have you been, the closer on that show, you've been the closer on a lot of our shows, and you've been a great friend. You've been
That's
dope. We
right.
chop it up off air all the time. You know how it is.
All
So
the time.
yeah, man. That's why
And not
sometimes
about
it's
basketball. That's what
not
made
about
and not
basketball.
about basketball. Don't
Right.
have people numbers to be talking to them about basketball. Maybe a question, a 1-2 minute line here and there, but a conversation can't be about basketball on that phone when we got this platform right here to get it on. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, like
Right.
Ron said, man, we talk about real life, man. We talk about family. It's brother love, man. Brother love. And when I met, hey, yo, I met Ron. In case y'all don't know, Ron's like 6'8", dude. Yeah, 6'8". 6'8", man. What the hell did we have Charles Smith for, man? This dude was right here in the city. He got pinned on the backboard 3 times. This block strip. It might run into the tunnel. We had Ron here. Ron is a tall guy, yo. Tall
That's one
guy.
thing. That's one thing my papa gave me. He didn't give me much else. He's Papa. Okay. Anyway, but that's another story. We're looking. We still looking. But anyway.
Hey, Boogie, that's why
Oh,
I'm scared to see Ron, because I'm like, man, I already, because I'm 5'10", but my pops is 6'3", and he's the shortest out of all his brothers. So it's
damn.
like, man, do I really want to, feel even shorter?
Hey,
I don't know.
listen, man. The worst thing about being tall is being challenged. Everybody want to challenge you. I'm like, that damn it. Like Guillermo still wants me to play him one-on-one and on the court. I'm not
Oh,
doing it, Guillermo. You young, you got athleticism. Nah, hell no.
did
I'm
you
good.
hear? Did you hear about his playoff game?
No, I didn't hear about that.
It was like Gamma went for like 2 for 24, man.
Oh, well, maybe that
He
news could have been helpful.
he definitely did not show up to that game.
Damn.
He's blaming it on the train. I was running late that day, a long day at work and all that. Come on, man. Mike had the flu.
Damn.
But
Yeah,
I
not
will
2 for 24. Oh.
but I will say, as a matter of fact, I will say that, put Ron, we can put Ron and Gammo and run a 3-guard offense with me, Sim, and Hardwell. We might have a little something going on, you know what I'm saying? Might have a little something, or we can switch it, go big, put Freezy in the middle.
Listen, things can happen. Some things can be talked about, but I'm saying when I go out with that mysterious injury, yo, man, what happened to Ron?
Man, you ain't gonna
Ice,
pull no
man.
Penny Hardaway,
Oh,
Hey,
man.
man. We'll see if that day happens, but
Bring
I
that force
appreciate.
off the bench, double A.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Hey,
to bring somebody, because I don't know, man. This is rough
let,
for
let it
me.
happen. Let it happen before I get too washed. Because now at this point, I'm in the scrap yard. Now that I'm not playing no more, I tried to do some things the other day. I'm like, oh man, like because when you playing sports, your body get through it. So you could be a young age, but you deal with injuries and stuff that can hinder you a little bit. So I was like, man,
Yes.
Yeah.
let me hoop and stuff while I still can.
Yeah,
Right.
dude, don't let it go, brother. And plus, now you're gonna be in the law. You know what I mean? This is how you meet other law professionals. Y'all can make your own real movie like The Brothers. Everybody had good jobs. They just chopped it up on the court. You know what I mean? Talk about life. Not, maybe that'll be your avenue, brother. You never know.
And get them business cards ready, man. Get them business cards. And if you get a chance and if you're able to, when you come to the garden, try to make sure you're in the Delta. You know what I'm saying? Try to make sure, for your own professional reasons, Sam, with your business cards. Because you're seeing, a lot of people. You're gonna see a lot of people, that's outside the Delta anywhere is sitting up in the garden. But being inside that Delta, you can make a lot of moves and talk to some people, and You never know what can happen from there. From there, you know,
Hey,
that's how my music got it. I I I saw Wes and I said, Mr. West, how you doing? He said, hey man, how you doing? When he greeted me, Mr. West greeted me like he knew me. And that's the first time I ever met him. Hey, how you doing, man? You here for the game? You know, what you think we gonna do? Man, we here to win tonight, but Mr. West, listen, while I'm here, hold this right here. I put that phone in his ear and he heard that all eyes on us. Oh man, it was on from there. But yeah, man, make sure you got
Sometimes
some
you got to
good
make it.
stuff. Yeah, you got
hey,
to.
Sometimes you got to make it.
I agree, Boogie, because and I'll keep it short because I know we got a dip. But yeah, for me, it was all about connections. Because at my
Mhm.
school, it's really ideal because although I'm not a fan of the team, you when you go professional, you're just trying to make your way. But for our school specifically, the whole Orlando Magic front office is full of my alumni in the whole legal
Wow.
department. So I made sure, I made it about my business to get their business cards, introduce myself to them, and even the Hawks GM, they got pretty much their guy over there, CFO. I have his connect because I'm from Atlanta. So if I ever need to go back home, connections there. So I mean, like you said, it's all about just staying ready. That way, when you do come across these people, you can put your name out there because they'll never know you until you introduce yourself and show them the talent that you have. So that's definitely something I've even learned, even with the short amount of time that I've been able to connect with some people around the league and stuff of that nature. So yeah, I agree 100%.
Hey, do
Yep.
me a favor, Sam. Yo, put your information in the private chat so I can have your math. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? It's been too many years. Let me reach so I can, I can at least give you a call, time to time, check in with you, and then, I come down to Atlanta, quite often, and stuff. So yeah, man, send your information and I text you up later on and let you know who it is so we can lock my number in or lock and go like that.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat right now because I think I'm actually absent of all the group chats. I've been kind of a ghost as far as the group chats go. So I'll put my number in there for sure. Y'all can text me and put me into the group chats and stuff. My schedule's is never the same, so as y'all know, but as far as the calls go, but I can definitely be available via text. So I'll put my number out there for sure.
Sounds good, brother. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, I guess that's it, y'all. I guess that I'm gonna play this J Boogie joint, one of my favorite joints right now, and we'll get out of here. But let me just say once again, thank you to everybody for tuning in, supporting the show, for liking, subscribing, for continuing to show love, for continuing to support everything that we got going on, continuing to vote on the poll. Mondays or Wednesdays, what your thought is. Um, and yeah, man. Man, back in my day, Nick Yak, but I'm washed now. I haven't picked up a basketball in freaking. The last time I picked up a basketball was actually in Atlantic City. We went out there to do a draft special with NBK, and that was where Eru played uh, Tony Crow 1-on-1, and Sim played Big Bubba Isaiah 1-on-1. I mean, boy. Yeah, man, but yeah,
Never count yourself out though, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, my dad shocked me. My dad just turned 60. He still can dunk. And I don't know how. Because I
wow.
mean, and I'm talking like, because most of the time you hear people, once they really pass 40, it's difficult because your knees and stuff, the body. But I think for him, he's just stayed in a good enough shape, just a good enough shape to where he can still do that. So I still to this day, I feel like my dad will give me some trouble. So I don't ask him to even run the ones anymore now. Because he showed me that. I'm like, man, because I used to work out with him and stuff for tryouts for high school, middle school teams and that, and he would still be shooting, dunking, and stuff like that. So you never know, Unc. You might have it in the chamber. You just got to do some stretching, some calisthenics. You never know.
You're right. You never know. I mean, listen, that there's truth because I know when I was younger, my uncle was older. He used to come and give, let me tell you something. In cowboy boots, he gave us the business, and we thinking we good. Like he came and lit us up. I was like, hell no. But
Hey,
so you never know.
I'll never, and this is the last thing I'll say. I'll never forget one of the running stories that I have in my family. My dad has an older brother, and he actually played at Minnesota with Kevin McHale. And I'll never forget the times that they told me that man dropped people off in dress shoes. He would go out after work, or if it was a funeral, he went to the repast. I'm talking, he's giving buckets in dress shoes. So that's why I believe you. If you can hoop like that, it don't matter what type of shoes you got on your feet, you're gonna get buckets regardless.
Yeah, I mean, that you learn something. Like, and I thought that was that. See, those are the type of things that make stories and make relationships grow bigger. Because there's certain things you don't know. This is your family, and maybe certain things you haven't found out, and then you hear the stories or you witness it yourself. Like that day when we was out there playing, and we were playing Utah, whatever it was. Then and my uncle just happened to walk by, and he was looking at us, and he was smiling, and like I'm like, why he smiling like that? Like what's going on here? Then he's like, okay, I mean, y'all, I got next. I was like, what? And he had cowboy boots on. I wasn't taking my uncle. I ain't never seen my uncle play a game of ball, not a lick. He came on there and was lighting us up, and I was like, what is this dude shooting layups with cowboy boots? I felt horrible. I learned from that, though. We learned. Anyway, yeah, man. Once again, I just want to thank everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all y'all. As I always say, tell a friend who tells another friend tells another friend. Still Knick fans, we'll be back again. Whether it be on Mondays or maybe Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Saturdays at 11:30-ish. Today was a little pushed back, pushed forward, should I say, but you get it. 11:30 for Know the Ledge. Or whenever we do something throughout the week, please continue to support us. The love is there from our side, and we know we see it from you guys. So thank you for everything, helping us grow. The road to 3K, the road to 5K, whatever it may be, continue to support. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to all y'all. Thank you once again. Pew, pew. Thank you, L. Appreciate you. Thank you to all the mods out there. Y'all know who you are. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you to everybody that gave us generous super chats today. Thank you so much. And yeah, without further ado, let's get out of here on a really nice note. Get us right with the on season. We in the off season for some, but no, for the Knicks, it's the on season. Shout out to my guy Jay Boogie once again for blessing me with this track and blessing us as a community with some more heat. Appreciate you guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. The next 5 days, especially if you're in New York. I don't know how it is other places, but the weather is phenomenal over here now. So let's enjoy it. Take care, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, yo, Boogie. Hey, yo, Boogie. They think when the season is over, the office don't put in that work. But we handling our business. Trades, drafts, signings. Hey, yo, God the God, talk to the people.
My enemy is necessary. Leon Rose stay working. Grind don't stop like bad breaks. Office stay working. 24/7, that's all night and day. There is no tomorrow, there is right away. No time off this on season. No time off this on season. No time off this on season. No time off this on season.
I told Leon and West this my on season at the summer league, new season after the summer league. I'm feeling good for the squad that's coming this year, but still I'm healing up from the wounds that short as last year. You know my name, Jay Boogs, I'm known to set it straight. Like Coach Tib at the games, he known to watch tape. The only coach at the games that never sit down with the hair comb to the side, swag from Midtown. The truth get told every time when I speak. Salute. 3 capital S's every time, that's me. When Rob died from the Shy, you know I was sick. Amon Shepard, damn, I lost another Knick. I'm paraphrasing the sleeve on with this movie talk. That Brunson footwork look like Mike when he moonwalk. That Knick logo, my fashion colors, they orange blue. This episode called Fred Catch and Shoot. We're so different, never can be the same. Dexter Henry with the Flow Podcast, New York, we got game. My no looks in the booth, they assist you. Let it travel like Scott Foster, blowing this whistle. Nick Challenge successful. Damn, I got crazy bars. That left hand on the rim poster, John Starks. I'm reservating the finals coming next June. Club quarters, already I got 2 rooms.
My enemy is necessary. Leon Rose stay working. Grind don't stop like bad breaks. Office stay working. 24/7, that's all night and day. There is no tomorrow, there is right away. No time off this on season. 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 No time.
See, when y'all think he ain't working, all of a sudden he come with that boom. That's that office work. That's why we call this the on season. It's time to get them roses up. Get them Leon roses up. 24-25.
By any means necessary. Leon Rose stay working. Grind non stop like bad breaks. Office stay working.